Honk.
Oh, yeah, and the time has come for a honk. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Argonauts. Welcome, everybody, to a Tuesday stream. It is October 15th, 2024. Welcome to the actual middle of October. It has happened. Believe it or not, it has occurred, and you are now here with me in the middle of October. It's hard to imagine that it's actually come about again, that we've managed to get through another half a month without even sort of blinking, it seems like. But here we are, and we are ready to go, and I am excited for all of this as we move along, and I'm excited to have all of you with us as we continue today with our Fighting Fantasy Gamebook Skylord, illustrated as always by the incomparable and amazing TariToons. Before I go any further, just a couple of reminders about ways to support us on the channel. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to follow us on the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, and if you are watching me over on YouTube, welcome. I am very happy with how the YouTube has been doing. We are at a record high subscribers, and we are just building onward and upward there, and we've had very good turnout over the last couple of sessions as the numbers have started to build there too. So that is awesome. Please join us on the YouTube, !ArvTube, to subscribe to us there. And if you're over on YouTube, please consider joining us on Twitch as well, so you can hang out with the community here on Twitch chat. Discord is !ArvCord. Would love to see you there. We hang out there in between streams. Twitter is !ArvTweets. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. And the website for all of this is arvaneleron.com. Don't forget, by the way, !ArvTalk is my TikTok. More on that to come soon. We have more shorts coming to the video channel as well. And speaking of videos and shorts and things like that, let me remind you about Hearthglow, which is the podcast being edited ably by the amazing Trifity Mats. Hearthglow, which I think is on episode 7 or episode 8, if I'm not mistaken, of our session of our actual play but off-stream session, recorded off-stream session, which covers the time between Return to the Forbidden Library and Beyond the Forbidden Library. That has been going up there, and we have been very excited to, we've been having a really good time doing that, being recorded at the historic Klein Memorial Auditorium in Bridgeport, Connecticut. So you can definitely join us over there on the website for Hearthglow. And of course, Gen GMs, we will have another long form video on that coming out soon. We also have more short form videos coming out. So we've got a bunch of videos of all different types happening. Oh yeah, 7's out now, 8 releases tomorrow. Very nice. Hearthglow 8 releases tomorrow. Super excited about that. And yeah, definitely spread the word about that, folks. That would be much appreciated. And let's see, on the publishing, so actually first on the financial side, !Arv Shop, that's my merchandise area. !Arv Treon is my Patreon, trying to get that number above 100 and heading up in the other direction, positive direction, because that really is the financial backbone of the channel, and you can get cool stuff for yourself and the channel. And of course, subbing to the channel is always appreciated. You get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, and that is always appreciated if people can support us through one of those methods. On the publishing side, Icarus is my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Library is my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Grayshade. Thank you to all of you who had a chance to actually check this out and spread the word, because we had our BookBub promotion, which I think is going on for a little bit longer, if I'm not mistaken. Grayshade at the moment at 99 cents, the digital version of it is. The other two books are more, I think, at regular price, if I'm not mistaken, but we have definitely seen a boost in sales. It was fun yesterday to watch as the sales rank jumped up. Basically, at one point, I think I was in the top 140, I want to say, of Kindle as a whole. And Grayshade at one point was number 11 on the dark fantasy list out of all of the hundreds of thousands of titles on that list. So that was pretty awesome to watch. And the reviews have jumped up. I will say that, again, I always plead and beg, as all authors do, if you like it, please say that you like it. Please spend a review. Please post something. It does not have to be anything complex. It could be as simple as, this book is great, you should read it. It can be as much as that if you like it, but any positive reviews on Amazon really does help us and helps the algorithm. So please, 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 please. It's one of those things that we authors ask for all the time. And it seems like it's very hard to actually get buy-in on that. A lot of people are just I don't want to do that. And, obviously you are your own people. You can do whatever you like. But if you like the books, please do drop a review on Amazon. It really does help us. So, and yes, so I've been very happy about that. Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic available at that Athos Arts link. And you can also, of course, get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks at that link. You can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade. Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm on Amazon. If you go over there right now, in fact, I have updated my Amazon page as of yesterday, in fact. So let's see. Hang on just a second. I am going to, let's see, Greyshade, Amazon. There we go. We are now up to, let's see, we have 14 reviews now, 14 ratings. And there is the amount. I will post right now. This is just the Kindle link, and that's a special deal going on for, I think, the rest of the day. It's not going to be on for that long. Even now, I'm still 34 in Dark Fantasy, which is pretty cool. So very excited about this. And the more attention and effort that we get, the better it does for the algorithm. So yes, please do support us over there right now. It's $17.82, I think, for the paperback. The audiobook, I believe, is right now, I think it's 99 cents for Audible. You could just get it, I think, for $17 maybe for the audio by itself if you're not a member, and then 99 cents for the Kindle edition. So, but yes, definitely support us, and thank you for those of you who have so far. But yes, that's my Greyshade link, and of course the Greyshade tabletop role-playing game being designed by Brandon O'Brien, coming out from Alligator Alley Entertainment. That is now in edits, which is great news, and that is going to be out late this year or early next year, and we're very excited about that. So definitely get your pre-order in if you were interested in being part of the Dark Fantasy Greyshade universe. Should be a good time. And I think that's the only thing I need to mention in regards to that. Last but certainly not least, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we will do so for others in this situation in the future. Quick note on schedule. Today, we, of course, have our amazing TariToons illustrating as we play through the Fighting Fantasy Gamebook Skylord. Then this afternoon at 4:15 p.m. Eastern, we will be over on GOG.com, and I will be with my Pen and Pixels show playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh with the By the Dice Roll play group. Very excited for that. It's been a little while since we've been able to play, but we are going to get back into it today, so that's great. Tomorrow night, we have more community D&D with Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which is going to be super cool. And also Thursday, we have got more of the amazing and awesome Forgotten Realms Unlimited Adventures. We have just finished with Lost Caverns of Sojsank and Tharadzun. We're now going to be looking around the realm to see what adventure we want to do next, as our characters are now in the 10-11 range. So that is going absolutely exactly as well as I hoped it would. So let's keep it up. I'm very excited for more of that game. And then I will be at World Fantasy in Niagara, New York, Niagara Falls, New York, over the weekend. And so I'm going to be doing a reading, and I will be doing a panel on Sunday, reading on Saturday, panel on Sunday, and I will be doing a live stream on Saturday with all of you lovely folks. Well, hopefully you'll all be there, with Brandon O'Brien and Marie Bilodeau, who will be there in person, and we will be streaming remotely with Jen and John and Tren and the rest of the Eberron crew. So it'll be 2 players in person with me and 3 players remotely for our continuing playthrough of Eberron, and that looks like it may be the finale, the season finale of Stonefire. It'll either be the season finale or the next to the season finale, so that's going to be pretty cool as we get ready to move into season 5 is going to be the next season, which will be our next to last season of Eberron. So going to be very cool. Anyway, that's what's going on over the next few days. And just as a reminder, I should, to myself, change stream title. I want to make sure I change the stream title this evening after I'm done with everything so that we can make sure that they get all they need done with that. But now the time has come for us to hang out with the amazing and awesome TariToons. So I'm going to unmute myself so she knows we're ready to go. And then I'm going to unmute her. And last but certainly not least, I am going to make sure that we're ready to go with that. Let's get the artwork there. And there it is. You see it before you. Hello, everyone, also. You see it before you as we are getting ready with the warm-up sketch for this awesome Skylord game. And it's my pleasure to welcome TariToons in again. Hello, Tari. How are you? How's life in the universe in your neck of the woods?
Hello, I'm still a little sick, but well enough to be here this time around. Sorry about canceling last week.
It was me 2 weeks ago.
I was in a lot of pain and
yeah.
also half deaf, so was not ideal conditions for streaming. So yeah, but yeah.
But you fought through it.
Getting there.
You battled through it. You battled through it, and it's all sacrificing for the art. Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say. Oh man. By the way, the weather is definitely turned to fall, and we got our Halloween decorations up today. So how has the weather been by you? What's the current circumstance?
Dutch.
so humid
Windy and wet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's weird. Like there's like really no distinct fall here, I feel. It's more like we have like really long fall that like lasts from like, I don't know, March to September, to like no, not September, to November. And in between you have like one warm week. so
March to November is all fall, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. No, fall here is pretty disgusting. It's not beautiful. You don't have like the whole crunchy leaves to step on and beautiful colors in the trees. No,
right outside. My window, I can see them. It's beautiful.
No, it's like really weird because like 1 week all the trees are full of leaves and green, and then the next week they're all on the ground and turn to mud. Like there is no like period of them turning like gold and red and brown. Right. No. They just go straight to the ground.
Well, I mean, listen, so it's fall. It's just a very fast fall. It's just like it literally falls in like a night or something. Or
I'm just like used to like what we have back home, what we call a golden fall, where like, where like the forest and everything turns like these beautiful colors. You have like crisp air, and you go fly a kite, and you go on nice walks, and
totally apple cider
donuts.
Watch
like early sundowns and stuff like that. It's just all really charming. But yeah, that's
hot
not
chocolate,
a thing
mulled cider, sweaters. Yeah, none of that.
Yeah,
it's just humid. It's just heat.
And like of course, like the classic Italian onion cake. That's the thing.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this onion cake before, and I'm like,
Yeah, I probably mentioned it. It's delicious. It's like basically like a pizza, like an onion pizza without tomatoes. Like that's what.
Well, that's fair. I'm glad it doesn't have tomatoes. I mean, I mean, like onions are meh. It's sort of like I'm a little meh on onions. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, I love onions. So onions are everything. Like they have a stereotype about Germans loving potatoes or whatever. No, I'm an onion person.
Would you say you're more a layered person, like an onion, as opposed to
like an ogre?
Is that right? Exactly. Hey, you Christensen. Yes, the book returns. Yes. Well, we are here today. I am very happy to be with my dear friend Tari, and apparently the Dutch love their onions. Is that true? Do the Dutch love onions?
I don't know about the Dutch loving onions.
Well,
I mean, they eat them here a bunch, but like I've never heard anyone say, "Whoa, onions are such a good side dish." Like that's, I think, specifically a me thing.
They're too busy sneaking leaves off the trees before you can see them.
I think it's because it's so it's like so super windy all the time.
Yeah.
So once like the leaves just like immediately get rattled off the trees, they don't like have time to to linger.
I don't know. Winco Studios got its name honestly here. I mean, it was pretty windy yesterday. But I mean, there's I can see my Japanese maples right out the window and turning a beautiful red, and it's lovely.
Oh, we have like one Japanese maple in the neighborhood that I know of.
That you know, those are the best because they turn colors both times, like red leaves and then green and then red again. Like it's the best. Like
they're really beautiful.
Yep.
But mostly it's like linden trees here, I think.
And those are not as beautiful in your mind?
I mean, they're like beautiful, like Like they don't stick out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
they're
a
just
tree.
trees. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
your generic tree,
Right,
basically.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Like, Japanese maple, that's like a special tree.
Right.
Like a ginkgo or
Or a weeping willow, like that
weeping
looks. Yeah,
willow.
yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah, like the really iconic ones.
Yep. Well,
Welcome
someday.
to tree rating.
I was gonna say, as the numbers collapse, it's just like, yeah, wow, that was a great stream. Woo. Well, listen, it's good. It's good though, because in a book illustration where this guy's on the cover, you need a little something that's a little more chill, just before we get started on all that. So, you Christensen wants to thank you for the lovely art book. I'm enjoying a purchase. I received it while my mom was visiting.
Oh, thank you.
That's good. I mean,
Thank you for buying.
it is such a good art book, isn't it? You Christensen, like, for real. I know I'm biased, but I mean, like, as I told Tari directly, like
you are in the book, so
yeah, exactly. So as I say, but like it's so well put together, and it just shows such range, and oh man, such a good book. It is very much. See, eventually when Tari, like, this is how it's going to work when we all break out and we all grow up and make tons of money, then we need to make the coffee book, the coffee table book, the huge hardcover with like the gorgeous illustrations that mostly involve My Little Pony and Metal Gear era, so there'll be that era of Tari's like artwork and all that stuff.
Oh God, a book full of my old pony art. Nobody wants to see that.
And then there's just like the whole heraldry section and like, oh yeah, it's.
Oh, I do plan on it at one point to bring out a book about heraldry or two maybe. So once I what's it called, like assembled enough Penelope comic pages that it's like enough to fill a book. Speaking of, I attended, which is probably where I got sick, actually, in hindsight, Dutch Heraldry Day, second to last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, basically the weekend before the last stream was supposed to happen.
And how'd it go?
Oh, what great. Like, I had my first proper art exhibit, so that was nice.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, I got some good feedback from some people.
That's good.
The best comment I got was from this really old man who was like, at least I have to assume he was like around 80, probably, with like a cane and everything.
Yeah.
Really sweet. Who like was standing in front of this like poster board wall that I had all my drawings pinned to. It's like, this like reminds me of those memes that my granddaughter is into. Do you know what a meme is?
Wow. That's not what I was expecting when you started with the
anyone ever said to me.
Do you know what a meme is? You should have been like, no, why don't you tell me?
Oh God, that was delightful.
That's very cool.
So yeah, that was a really good time.
That's very cool. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, see, that is what I want for you is more such exhibits over time. So that's
that's the first time that like any member could just ask to have like a spot basically at the convention, like either a table or some spot on the wall to like exhibit anything they want to.
Right.
So yeah, I jumped onto that opportunity.
Did you show mostly heraldry, or did you do any of your other?
It was
art?
all heraldry.
It was all heraldry. Okay.
Yeah. Though I made a point to also show my very silly heraldry stuff. Like, for example, some weeks ago, I drew a bunch of coats of arms with Miffy in it, if you know her. I very much love Miffy. She is a Dutch character, actually. Like, some people call her the Dutch Hello Kitty, for what that's worth.
I had not heard that
everybody knows her here.
It,
very, very popular, very beloved. And yeah, so of course I hung her also on the wall, like all the weird cartoon heraldry that I do. So that was good.
That's very cool. That's cool. Was it well?
I mean, was there a lot of people there? Past.
Was it well attended? Like a lot of people come to this thing? Or?
It was better attended than the years before. I don't know how many people actually were there. It was a bit difficult to tell based on the layout of the whole place. So I actually wouldn't know. I'm also really bad at like guessing numbers in the direction.
No, I was just curious.
It was quite a few.
That's cool. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So anyway, thank you, Christensen. And for those of you who haven't, please do. I think we have the Tari Buy, I believe, command up there. But please put that in and do get that art book. I have mine sitting prominently on my bookshelf, and it was a very special gift that I received, and it was great. It was one of my favorite things that I got while I was in England, and it had nothing to do with England. It was very, very cool.
I'm sure I have like one sneaky England reference in there. Oh, probably when we did the Sherlock Holmes books.
Yep.
So I probably did something there.
You did, yes. By the way, we need to get I want us to get rolling. But by the way, I should say that for Halloween, I went to the Ren Fair, not local, but it's been around for a long time in New York State, Tuxedo Park Ren Fair, a couple of weeks ago. And I had been looking I have a cloak, which my mother made me many years ago, and had made, like, at the time far too long, but it's like, it's tall enough for me, basically. So like, the whole thing, right? And I found a actual gray shade style hood actually at the Ren Fair. So you already know that I showed you the kukri that I bought. So now I've got the hood, I got the cloak, I've got the kukri. So it looks like your boy's going to be going out with the assassin vibes, let's say, for Halloween with his kids today.
Cosplaying as your own character.
As my own character. Well, I won't specifically say that. I'll just say I'm just an assassin.
Well, now you said it on stream. Now everybody knows. No, now all of China knows.
Now all of China knows you are here. Oh man, good. That your response to that is going to be good. Let them know I'm coming. Oh man. That part is badass, by the way. If people are like, we need to do more, like, oh man, so good. Anyway, yes, there it is, Tari Bai. Yes, so definitely go and get that artwork from Tari. It is well worth it. And yeah, let's get started, chat. So we are today we are doing Skylord. Now, Tari can show us maybe in just a moment when she gets a chance. Can show us last session's art, because this is one where we actually have a name already, and it's not Fifi, although Fifi is awesome. But
we are playing as Fifi.
We are playing as Fifi, Skylord Fifi.
Yes. Another tangent, real quick. I bought this one book the other week. Ordered it from like a used bookstore in Germany.
Okay.
Which is called the Physiologus, I think, in English.
Okay.
Which is like this really influential book from circa 3rd century Alexandria, written in Greek.
Okay.
And it's absolutely bonkers. It's like supposed to be this like kind of like proto bestiary.
Okay.
Like a bit of zoology, a bit of botany, blah blah blah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like most of it is like also just like stuff like fables to explain various Bible stuff.
Okay.
Like don't sin, blah blah blah, and like this animal means Jesus or whatever. Okay. And according to that book, phoenixes smell of cinnamon because when they know that they die after, I think it was 500 years, they fly to India to get a cinnamon root, to be specific.
Okay.
Note that cinnamon is not a root. It's
a
piece of bark.
Yep.
From the cinnamon tree.
Yeah.
Carries it to Lebanon, where it like puts a cinnamon in a vat of fire, and then it sits in the fire and everything smells super nice, and then it dies, and then it turns into a worm, blah blah blah.
Right.
And like the whole thing is an allegory for Jesus being resurrected, of course, because Jesus also smells nice and of cinnamon.
And like went to India to get the spice, and is that?
Yeah, something like that.
How that
book
happened.
Is absolutely insane. But yeah, now you know Jesus smells of cinnamon.
Well, good. I didn't know any of that.
Phoenixes smell of cinnamon.
I mean,
so here's some lore.
That totally fits, and obviously there's a reason that Fifi is indeed. I love phoenixes, so I just didn't know that it was quite as involved as multiple country travel, and that it was connected with our Lord and Savior. So if I knew that,
yeah, well, I mean, now you know that some guy 1,700 years ago in Egypt said so it must be true.
Thank God it wasn't like smelling like cilantro or something that would have been very like, And then he went. He smelled like eggplant. You're like, oh God. Hey, what's up, Yudo Tenchi?
But yeah, if anybody is like really into like insane medieval literature, I 100% recommend getting a copy of that book. It's incredibly stupid. A lot of anti-Semitism too, which just adds to the whole insanity of it all. Honestly, it's quite a read. I'm having a time. I'm not sure it's a good time, but I'm having a time.
But I'm having a time. Maybe it's one of those books you're like, yeah, I read that. And you're like, how was it? You're like, I don't know how it was actually.
Glad I read it. Wouldn't read it again.
Yeah, surprisingly, medieval books are a little bonkers after the collapse of the Roman Empire. It took them a few hundred years to figure out what the hell they were going to do.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, so this is Fifi.
Yes, so that's Fifi.
Who smells of cinnamon canonically.
Yes.
Oh yeah, then I did an interpretation of cover.
Of this cover. I like how so there's this which makes it seem like okay, so that seems sort of come on
blurry
camera.
Is what it seems.
Come on, camera. All right, there we go. So like there we got that. That's that. But then this, somehow you're just like, rah! It's this sort of like terrified expression, and somehow you also made the bike look, as if we're like sort of like a pig charging into battle or something, and there's that.
Yeah, it also looks kind of concerned, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would say both of them look deeply concerned, and I love the freaking what's the technical term for the flame burst behind them that you did?
Explosion.
Is that it? That's all it's called. Is explosion?
It's an explosion. It's an undefined explosion.
It's an undefined explosion.
Because explosions are cool. So
no, that's definitely
this is
true.
A very cool book with like space bikes and stuff. So it's It's an explosion.
Need explosions. Hi to you, Toda Denchi, and also hi to Big Boss. Good to see you all. All right, so that was our interpretation of our main guy on the cover. Okay.
Yeah, this is the interpretation of our main character because I decided no, I don't care about what he's canonically supposed to look like in the book. I'm taking the forearms bit, but everything else is my interpretation.
So that was the original version that I think is supposed to be him, and then Tari's like, yeah, no, I want to do this, which is great. Yeah. So Skylord Jang Mistral, I love it. Yeah, Tari art is automatically canon. I totally agree with that.
Aw, thank 100%. You. Wait, is that the next one? Yeah. Then space.
Yes.
When we flew off on our first quest and ran into the weird tentacle guy from the cover.
Yeah, exactly. And battled that dude. And defeated him pretty much. But at what cost?
It was glorious.
It was glorious, and then we crashed.
Oh, and then we ran into some kind of like spaceship wreck or something.
Yes.
Where we little three-headed robot.
Well, it was the debris of the ship. We destroyed this stuff, and then we found this robot, and the robot is what helped us when we crash landed on the planet. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Love that robot.
And then on that planet, the little robot guy just ran off, and we started to track him, I think.
Yes, we started to follow him because we had no idea what else to do, and the ship was basically in terrible shape. And so we followed the three-headed robot that seemed to know where they were going.
And, Mexican jellyfish.
That's right. Hey, Chico, you stepped into the wrong bar. That's right. I forgot about that. And it literally, like, you're all like, oh, Tari doing interpretations. No, like, for real, they were basically like from they were basically like from Desperado, like Mexican Western jellyfish. Like, really. And they were like a gang, and we defeated them, and it was, oh, man.
A good time was had all around.
Totally
that was the last drawing I did last time.
I mean, that was definitely worth it, I think. And we ended up finding the last thing that we ended up finding was and basically, chat, just to sort of catch you up quickly. So we are the Skylord Jang Mistral, and there was a huge introduction, like lots and lots of world building. But basically, what it comes down to
all exposition in the beginning, wasn't it?
So much exposition. So, but essentially, what happened was there was this guy Elbaston who basically has betrayed our people and fled capture, and we found out basically that Elbastan has gone to this fortress world called Arok, and is creating
A-Rock.
Arok. It's a rock, and it is and he is basically creating a perfect life form. So he's cloning and creating dog-headed super warriors.
Wait.
Yeah.
It's an alien, and he's trying to make the perfect life form.
Yes.
Are we doing Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, see? But see it because he's not nearly as cute, I mean, is my impression.
Have we seen? I can make him cute.
Yeah, I can make him cute. Well, we haven't seen him yet.
Is Stitch in the public domain yet?
Yeah, I know, right? No kidding. So they call themselves prefectas, and they are going to attack, in particular, our king, King Vax. Long live King Vax for life, and the Insolvars. Let's go Insolvars. So the fortress, Arok, bristles with automatic missiles and lasers and pulsars, and has energy shields and vacuum mines. But the bounty hunter that told us this says that a solitary craft, piloted by us, might be able to pass through the screens, land undetected, and then the lone invader has to destroy the planet's defense center located beneath what is known as the Dome of Marvels. Now, we are a Skylord. We are the most successful agent that Insulina has. And that all sounded good until we got shot down on this alien planet. We followed the three-headed robot, and we ended up finding this dude called Krill, and ended up getting him to agree to repair our ship. But before we left, he asked for our help in fighting back against this. Let me see if I can remember the name of the race. Find the link. Yeah, the Delphons that wanted to wipe out his planet. So we were like, yeah, let's do it. One good turn deserves another, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so as we began here, we were ready to go, and we stopped at the moment where we had rested in our spaceship, ready to go. And so we're going to take our spaceship, which for the record is called, I think it's Star Spray? It is called Star Spray. And we are going to try to battle this Delphon battleship. And yeah, it may sound a little bit like Star Wars, Star Spray.
It sounds like it would be the name of some 80s hairspray brand.
Or just a musical called Hairspray. In the sequel, it's Good Morning Baltimore.
Everybody asked for.
It'd be Good Morning Baltimore, but with a robot voice, right? So it'd be like
Good morning Coruscant.
Yeah, exactly.
Good morning Tatooine.
Good morning Tatooine. Good morning Tatooine. This place is really keen. So yes, that is what we have done. We have died twice in our first session, which is maybe not a great sign. And we are ready to go. So Tari and I need to figure out a music piece, and then we will get rolling here. So let's see. What do you think?
Beneath a Steel Sky soundtrack.
Ooh, that's a good one. All right, Beneath a
Sometimes
Steel Sky.
I have good ideas, don't I?
No, often.
Actually, I don't remember anything about the music. I just remember liking the game, so the music must have been good, probably.
Let's find
and it probably might fit the vibes. So.
Beneath a Steel Sky OST.
I remember I played that when I was like 14, because at the one computer we had at the orphanage that everybody had to share, it came pre-installed on that one.
Oh,
because
really?
it had Linux on it. Linux at the time came with Beneath the Steel Sky pre-installed.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Oh, my God.
Don't remember which Linux it was, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is great. Okay, wait. Let me switch over to one that's maybe. Okay.
I mainly remember there being a very sassy robot in that game.
Yeah, that is old school Beneath the Steel Sky. Floppy version even.
Ooh.
All right, so I just put the link in there. Chat, you added a review for Greyshade? Thank you, Wispy. I really appreciate that, and thank you for buying the books and for reading them. And for anyone else, if you have read Greyshade and if you have enjoyed it, please do what Wispy did. Be like Wispy and post an Amazon review. Does not have to be dramatic. Does not have to be anything like, let me redefine reviews. You could just be like, this book good, like it, or something. Like, it could be simple as that, but those reviews really help. So if you are so inclined, we would love, 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 love for you to do that, because right now it is in a BookBub promotion, which means that the sales rank has gone really, really high and has gotten a lot of notice because it's been discounted to its lowest ever cost at the moment of 99 cents, though it will not stay there for long.
But
so,
shit, it was 99 cents.
99 cents. So yes, so please do that. Thank you, Wispy, so much. You had to search by my name. Well, I put that link in, though. The link should have brought you right there, no? Because I put the link in, I believe. Let's see. Okay, good. Excellent. Right, so let's do this. Okay, one note about the ship combat, by the way, because ship combat is a little bit different than regular combat in this chat. So personal combat is pretty much the same as all the other Fighting Fantasy game books. You roll 2 dice, you add it to your skill. You roll 2 dice, you add it to the opponent's skill. Whoever gets the higher number ends up beating the other person in that round of combat. That person loses 2 stamina, and you go on from there. But combat weapons, and specifically starship weapons, are a little bit different. So what you do is when you do a combat weapon clash, you decide, you compare your rating to your opponent's rating. If your rating number is greater than your opponent's, you shoot first. Otherwise, your opponent shoots first. And then there's a couple of other special rules. So we'll talk about that when we actually get there. But let us move along to the actual moment. So 313.
We burn that bridge when we get to it.
Exactly. Walk away from that explosion when we get there. You rest in your spaceship until evening, while Krill amasses his force. Several hundred strong and equipped with a variety of weapons, including lasers, pulsars, blasters, blazers, flame lances, vacuum grenades, and rotten tomatoes. I made that one up. Under colorful banners, they march across the plains and over a roll of hills towards the enemy ship on Lake Droog. Several hours later, the sky in that direction flashes with orange and red. The attack has begun. Eventually, your ear twinge throbs to the sound of Krill's voice. "They're taking off." I hope this is Krill's voice. "Now, attack!" Simultaneously, you see, rising above the hills, a monstrous crystalline spaceship bristling with laser cannon. You take off and swoop into range. Okay, so the Delphon battleship. There we go.
No swooping. Swooping is bad.
You don't want to swoop in?
No, that was a quote from Dragon Age. Swooping is bad.
I was gonna say, I don't remember the
It's like
reference.
the one quote that survived the years. Swooping is bad.
Swooping is bad. I don't remember that reference. I'd be the classic Captain America meme. I don't understand that reference.
Yeah.
Okay, so lasers are going to be 5.
Well, like people are talking now again about Dragon Age because the new one has been announced recently.
Yep. Yeah, I saw some of the gameplay of that. Not bad. I hope that it actually stands up to the gameplay. Because I'm kind of lukewarm about Dragon Age, so I hope that it stands up to it. We shall see. Okay.
Yeah, you tried to talk me out of playing Inquisition, I remember.
I wasn't that. It was that I beat Inquisition. It was just that it was I literally was playing at the same time as The Witcher 3. And I'm sorry, like The Witcher 3 is just miles better. That's all. But it's nothing against Inquisition. I like that. Okay. So, Delphon Battleship, here we go. So, because it has a rating of 5, that means it gets to go first. And so it is going to be the first to shoot, which means we're going to roll 1 die, and it has to roll equal to or less than the number of lasers on the attacker's combat weapon. Well, as you can see, he has a 5. So we need to roll a 6 to avoid being hit. I didn't. I rolled a 5. Sorry. So that means we deduct 2 shields from our combat weapon. Okay. Now the defender retaliates. So it is our turn. That's, yeah, exactly imaginary. Okay, so I need a volunteer, chat, to be willing to roll dice for us because we're battling the Delphon battleship. So I need some assistance from you lovely folks. Who would like to roll? All you need to roll is 1 or 2 6-sided dice, and you'll be able to do so in chat using the power of Arcana Spot.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship. Actually, no, the power of not Arcana Spot, the power of Arvbot, I beg your pardon, coded by the amazing Effect Life. So who is up for that? Who is interested? Who's thinking about it? Who's like, you know what I want? Is to shoot again. I want to take down a Delphon battleship.
Oh, last time we listened to, I forgot the name of the game again, which was like basically X-Wing Commander. but not Star Wars branded.
Wing Commander?
Wing Commander.
Yep. It's literally what I was just thinking about. I was like, we could do that, but then I'm like, I bet we did that already.
Yeah, we did that last time. I don't know how many entries that series has, so probably just one or two of them.
Okay, so Effect Life has been volunteered. Thank you for those of you who are willing to volunteer. I'll have Effect Life do it then, since several people, Effect Life has thrown his hat in the ring, and also Big Boss has recommended him. So it's a high recommendation. But thank you as well, Wispy. And stand by in case Effect Life shows that he's not capable of doing what's necessary. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so all you have to do for this is you need to roll a 6-sided die. We're looking for a 4 or less because we have a laser ability of 4. So we need a 4 or less. Actually, wait a minute. Actually, hold on a second.
I'm holding on.
Wait a second.
What
You know what? I'm gonna. I forgot that our rating is now 5, because we beat a ship that was higher than us. So actually, what we're gonna do is, we'll take the roll that you just did. We're gonna take 2 shields off of them, but we are going to be the attacker and they're the defender, because it doesn't say what happens in a tie. So I get to decide, and I say tie goes to us because we're awesome. We are the Han Solo of this universe. We have 4 freaking arms. How good a pilot. We've got to be the best pilot of all time. Okay, so...
That's literally the reasoning as to why, oh god, what was his name? Sebulba?
Yep.
In episode 1 was like such a great pod racer because he has 4 arms.
Because he has 4 arms.
Or 6, I don't know.
Yep, it's exactly right. And they have, in the Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor, they have the guy who's the pilot of Cal Kestis' ship is this dude who basically has 4 arms and so is like super good at, being able to do this. Okay, cool. So, Effect Life. Now if you would roll again, please, because we're going to switch up the round order. We are the attacker. They're the defender. So, they are at 6. We are at 10. Actually, I realize I have 12 there. Yeah, so we're at 10 out of 12. Okay. Oh, no! We have rolled a 6, which means we miss. All right, now they have to roll. They also roll a 6. They also miss. Ha ha! All part of our master plan. Okay, now we roll again, Effect Life. Got to take them down. Oh my god. Another 6 from Effect Life. And this time I rolled a 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, we got hit. All right, Effect Life. Maybe a short stint with Effect Life rolling dice. We'll see. There we go. There you go. Now you're cooking with gas. All right, now the battleship fires. Sadly hits us. All right. Now all we have to do is hit him twice more, and we take down this Delphon battleship. Rolls the 2. Outstanding. Okay, come on. Let me roll 6. I rolled a 6. We miss. Ha ha. Delphon battleship misses. All right, and Effect Life rolls a 4, and we destroy the Delphon battleship. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, you may return your shields to their strength. And it says, if your opponent's rating number was greater than your own rating, you may increase your rating by 1 point. Well, he was not greater than our rating. Unfortunately, we were equal. But we did manage to win, and so good job, Effect Life. Pulled it out. The Delphon ship wobbles and jerks, then explodes above the lake. Through the ear twins, you hear Krill explain delightedly, "Well done! You've destroyed the evil Shane and her ship. We wish you good fortune in your journey ahead. Farewell." You perform an elaborate victory roll before rocketing back into space. But do a barrel roll. That's true. We should. That's what we got to do. Actually, after this, the Star Fox soundtrack. Okay. Immediately, you pick up a weak distress signal on your radio from some distance ahead. Will you go to help or enter a light warp to continue to Arok? All right. So, Chad, here we go. Here's the question. $vote space 1 means we go to help this distress signal, and $vote space 2 means we enter a light warp to continue to Arok, where the fortress is. So get your vote in. $vote space 1, go to help. $vote space 2, enter a light warp. I'm not sure about whether there's a time limit. I think the idea is we would probably prefer to get there, in enough time that we could, destroy the place. But there's no counter that I'm marking off like there was with the previous one where we had to get through before like the army overcame the city. There's nothing like that here. So I have a feeling we can probably side quest it up if we want to. This was taken out of, there's a stamp on here. This was taken out of the library in Dorset County. And it looks like it was Weymouth Library in 1992. That's when this was taken out of the librbrary.
When the sawdust settles.
All right, never mind that commercial on YouTube. There we go. You want to make a bet on us? Yeah. No, it makes sense, Effect Life. I agree. And I imagine, it could be that all of a sudden it's like you've taken too long. Goodbye, but. Okay, last call. And. This music. Okay. All right. We have decided to go to hell. That's the kind of caring people.
We've decided to go to hell?
We've decided to go to hell directly. Directly go to hell. Okay. Ahead of you rears the dark hull of a gigantic revolving space station. Peculiarly, it is emitting a series of radio signals which, apart from a distress code, you are unable to interpret. You decide to dock there, but as you approach, you are confronted by a lightweight auto drone. The drone's function is to protect the station from intruders such as yourself. Oh no! The auto drone does have a higher rating than us. So that's not good, but... Whoops. 6. But the good news is... it only has lasers of 4, which is what we have. And it has shields of 7, which is less than what we have. So this time it is going to get to go first. And so it's going to roll a 5, which means it misses because it sucks because it's an auto drone. Don't support AI, hashtag. And now, now it's up to us to respond. So go ahead, Effect Life. Fire away with your 1d6. We're looking for a 4 or less here. Take down this auto drone.
I mean, we shouldn't support AI in this one because it's sci-fi and we know what AI does in sci-fi.
Exactly.
We don't want to get HAL 9000, so
that's it exactly.
I'm sure
I can't
some
let you do
people are
that.
into that, but
exactly, I can't let you do that. Yeah, Effect Life missed. I think Effect Life secretly wants to support AI. I think that's what we're talking about here.
Effect Life, how do you feel about GLaDOS?
Christensen says, is a programmer I flinched at go to rather than hell. That's funny. Go to 10. Okay, so it hit us for 2 points, so we're down to 10 out of 12 shields. That's all right. Go ahead, Effect Life. Fire away again. Cake is a lie, imaginary. I agree with that. Fire
Not
away
true.
with that blaster.
There's cake in my fridge, and it's real unless my boyfriend's eating it right now.
Oh, really?
He's not. Because then heads will roll.
Well, I mean, and... Listen, I can't blame anyone for eating cake, though. I mean, that's...
I can. I will. If it's my cake.
I will. It's my cake. Okay. Right. Okay, shields down by 2. Okay, so it is down to 5. We are down to 8. Fire away again. Or the android and alien, exactly. Fire away again there, Effect Life. I quite like GLaDOS as a character, but it does show how AI can be dangerous. Oh, no, we missed again! Oh, man. But fortunately the auto drone missed too, so it's okay. It's all right. Everything's okay here. How are you? All right, go ahead and fire. Again, Effect Life. There you go. That's more like it. Okay, now we hit that. Down to 3 shields. It misses again because I understand the assignment. The cake left in the fridge is a lie. It was eaten. I see. That's funny. And Effect Life rolls a 6.
No, it's not. It's the head.
Effect Life really does not want to hit this drone. Effect Life's like, but I feel bad for it. It's like Data. It's measure of a man, except auto drone. All right, so go ahead and fire again, Effect Life.
Just imagining Data thinking, am I a man or a Muppet?
Oh my God! And we missed again. 6. Okay, he does hit again. Now we're getting a little desperate here. We do need you to actually hit on this one. Am I a man or am I an Autodrone? Effect Life missed again. Oh my god. Okay, we're in big trouble now. We really, really have to hit. Oh my
I love
goodness.
the Muppets.
It's the best. If I'm a Muppet, then I'm a really manly Muppet. Really manly Muppet. Okay, so here we go. So the good news is we got him down to 1. The bad news is he just destroyed us. Death count 3.
What? We died 3 times already?
Well, yeah. I wonder if that has anything to do with maybe things of this nature. Okay. All right. So let's reset that. Let's try that again. Let's do that again. You rolled 2, but you had hit him, but he had 1 stamina and we were down to 2 shields, and he hit us again, and so we were destroyed. That was what happened. So yeah. So here we go again. Although I wondered, I was hoping maybe if your shields go down to 0, the next shot will destroy you, but no. If it gets down to 0, you're destroyed immediately. So it's no big deal. It happens to the best of us. Let's try this again. So it is the attacker. It rolls a 6 and misses. Okay, so I'm starting out with a miss. Part of it is I just roll 6s. That's all I do. I'm just this. You've heard of James Brown? I'm a 6 machine. I'm sure that's what he said. It was 6. Totally.
Mm-hmm. Yes, totally, definitely.
Okay, good job. Effect Life hits. The bad guy hits. That was to be expected. He's down to 5 shields.
Oh god, I just
he misses.
had a core memory unlocked from when I was a toddler.
Really? I missed again, so go ahead.
I really was into playing with Barbies as a little girl.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, well, most little girls were probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I only really late got a Ken doll. Now I have 3 older brothers.
Oh no.
And one of them collected Star Trek action figures. So guess who Barbie married? It was Data.
Wow. Well,
Yes.
that's a whole different vision. So that was a miss for Effect Life. Because he can only roll high. Well, you got to stick out the combat. That's the way it goes. We only have to hit it 3 more times. You could do it. I believe in you, Effect Life. Oh, you rolled a 2, so that was a hit. Okay, down to 3. So Barbie and Data, well, that's not a standard pairing, but, you know, down to 1.
I got early into shipping.
Okay, it hits again, so we're down to 4. All you need is to hit 1 more time, Effect Life. You can do it.
And, oh god, what was his name? Worf?
Yay, success.
I think
Yes,
she
Worf.
also married Worf at some point.
I am not a married man. That's the
Well,
best.
5-year-old me would disagree.
Yeah, it was a married man. No, exactly. Good job, Effect Life, by the way. That's successful. G.I. Joe was the other partner of Barbie. Yeah. Or one of the Transformers.
G.I. Joe was not popular in Germany. Could you guess why?
Yeah, I can't imagine. Was Optimus... Yeah, but the Transformers must have been.
Yes, but I don't think any of my brothers were ever into Transformers.
What about Voltron?
No, like our household was like Star Trek, He-Man, Power Rangers,
Okay.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So was Man-at-Arms a Barbie mate?
I don't know if we actually ever had any He-Man figures. I just remember like that my brothers used to watch the show a lot when I was little.
I see.
So, yeah.
He-Man.
But no, I only remember using the Star Trek action figures because they almost were the right height.
Is
like,
that true?
Like same scale as Barbie, almost same scale.
Oh my god, that's funny.
I think the He-Man action figures were smaller than that, right?
I think they probably were. I had one of them, and I also had I had Venger, who's the bad guy in the D&D cartoon. I had the Venger action figure. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a deep cut.
And Transformers. I had Optimus Prime. I had Soundwave, and I had the weird. I for Christmas one year I got the weird Transformer multi-bot that was formed from rescue vehicles. Like everyone was like, "Oh, you got this one." I'm like, "No, I got the other one," which was like discount Voltron, discount Transformer robot guy. So Yep, Voltron. For me, it was Voltron, followed by Thundercats. What a shock! And then there was also Mask was in there too, like that stuff.
Mask, like Jim Carrey.
Mask is in Mask. Mask is a mighty power. He can save the day. Mask. No one knows what lies behind the masquerade. It's these guys who like fight against this enemy group called Venom, and they all have these like awesome like transforming cars and bikes, but they themselves are not transformers. They're just they have these like they're like super advanced drivers and stuff. So yeah,
I never heard of that series.
anyone remember the old series Silverhawks, which is basically like Thundercats in space, like Thundercats even more in space? It was not around for long, but Silverhawks was kind of cool for a while too.
I remember like that exists. I don't think I ever watched a single episode of that.
Yeah. Mask was only 2 seasons, really. I didn't know it was that. Well, of course, at the time, seasons were actually seasons, not like we did 5 episodes, time for a new season, which is the way it works now. Okay, so good job by us. We did it. We defeated the guy. Oh, wait a second. Okay, auto drone. Yes, right. Okay, with a whoosh of escaping gas, you attach the star spray to a circular concertina air corridor and, donning a space helmet, prepare to enter the space station. Ahead of you, at the extreme end of the air tube, is a translucent semi-ovoid airlock which begins to rotate slowly as you approach. Will you enter the airlock when it is in a horizontal position or in a vertical position? So $vote space 1 is horizontal, $vote space 2 is vertical. Tallyhawk. Yeah, that's right.
Wait, like compared to what? Aren't we in space?
No, we got
to the landings.
No, we went to this thing. It was this space station that was emitting the distress signal. We had to defeat the auto drone, and then we just landed on the space station. So we're now going into like this, like, you know, corridor, this like airlock type thing to get onto the space station. I think that's what's happening.
Like, I'm imagining this looking something like in Star Wars when the ships go into like a Star Destroyer or whatever. Like
yes.
Small ones.
Yes. So we have to be doing the dun 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 dun, you know, as the.
What possible like use could we get of going in there like vertically? Like, isn't that just like, hey, let's just ram one of our wings in the floor or ceiling? Because...
Maybe we wanted to be cool and do style. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Like, this sounds like a purposeful trap, you know, like the writer put there, in the sense of, hey, you want to go in there any other way? Because like now it's like, okay, that means that if we like that, there's probably gonna happen something if we go in there like the logical way.
Right, exactly.
But maybe they do like a double bluff where it's like, haha, no, I just wanted to make you unsure about this.
Yes,
know?
Exactly. You took the logical approach. That was your mistake. Yeah, exactly, Wispy. Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal. I can't do that. I can't do that, Hal.
Wait, I can't do that, Dave.
Dave.
Which brings us back again to Metal Gear, also named Holland Dave.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. I know
and
about
they're like actually canonically named after the characters from the movie.
Yeah.
And they actually address that in game. I love that.
You know what I found the other day was
like when they first meet each other, because they only know each other by code name in the beginning, and then at the very end of the game they're like, hey, by the way, my real name is Hell, huh?
My
real name is Dave. We should like fly to Jupiter together at some point.
That's funny. I actually just found the other day there was an article about with Matt Groening's mother.
Yes.
When she passed away, they had a list of like the brothers and sisters that either he, Matt, or she, the mother, grew up with, and the names were like, is survived by Bart, Maggie, Homer. I'm like, oh my God, he just literally took all the names from his own family names, and that's what he named all the people after. So like, yeah, like 4 or 5 like well-known people on the show are all taken directly from his family's names. I was like, oh, I see. Okay, so we have 1 person saying horizontal, 2 saying vertical. I'm gonna go last call here. Last call.
Oh God, should have like clarified if it's like logical, horizontal or vertical, or if it's like weird inverted art program, horizontal and vertical.
Oh my God, I don't even know I understand what you just said.
Okay, so horizontal means it's like the horizon,
Right,
flat,
sure,
right?
sure.
Vertical is the opposite of that.
Sure.
Okay, but in art programs, it's inverted. For some reason that I
Really?
don't understand. Yes, I don't know why. It's been like that since I used like Windows 95 when I was a little kid.
Okay.
It's weird.
So
I don't get it.
This isn't like a you're somehow using a corrupted Dutch art program which does things strangely.
No. This is like literally every art program I ever use. Which
Horizontal
has
is vertical. Wow.
Starting with MS Paint.
Well, there's
a
a well-known band called Vertical Horizon, which I saw play a couple times. So I guess they were trying to play both sides. Okay, we are tied. 2 votes for vertical, 2 votes for horizontal. I need someone to break this tie, please. Who will send us through the vaguely ovoid, semi-ovoid airlock? We go through horizontally, $ vote space 1, or vertical, $ vote space 2. I need someone to break this tie. And Big Boss is going to send us through horizontally. Going once, going twice. All right, here we go. We are going to go through horizontally. You are immediately destroyed. No. You pass through the ovoid airlock and remove your helmet. The air contains the faintest whiff of rocket fuel. There is a leak, so you must be careful not to use your laser sword or pistol here for fear of sparking an explosion. Oh, that's great. Ahead of you is a long passage of gently tapering hoops. Attached to many hoops are strange spigots of glass or plastic. Further along the passage is an exit to the left. You may, okay, it's our first three-way vote choice. You may either walk along the passage, apparently.
Passage.
The passage.
Passager.
Passager.
Passager. Oh oui, le passager.
That's exactly what it'd be like too. You know, le passage. Passage towards the exit, or we can examine a glass spigot, or examine a plastic spigot. Drinking from the spigot. That's a inside joke for Tari.
Not just for me. I think that's like a general channel inside joke, like the crawling through the thicket.
Okay.
What game was that again? Like
that
the
was Shadow Tactics
type games. Shadow Tactics.
A game which would be much better if it was turn-based. I really like Shadow Tactics, but the real time stuff is annoying. But turn-based
like wasn't like the original Commandos and like all the sequels, weren't they also real time with pause?
One of them, I'm trying to remember if it was Commandos. One of them is turn-based, and one of them is, like one of the series is turn-based, and one isn't. I don't remember which is which, to be honest. Oh, sorry, I have not opened a poll yet. I'm going to do so now. So you can walk along the passage towards the exit. That's $ vote space 1. You could examine a glass spigot. That's $ vote space 2. Or a plastic spigot, which is $ vote space 3.
What is a spigot? Precious?
Spigot?
Yeah,
Spigot. Do you really not know?
Yeah, I have no idea.
A spigot is like it's essentially a tap. It's like a faucet, more or less.
Oh, like on a barrel
or
something.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Tap.
A tap. And why there's, glass or plastic, I have no idea. Look, everyone here is being environmentally sensible. They're like, we're not going to examine a plastic spigot. That thing probably sucks. It's probably decayed, destroyed the environment. We're going to examine a glass spigot. Okay.
A plastic spigot slept with my wife.
What?
Killed my family. Salted my fields.
I haven't felt the same ever since the plastic spigot took everything that ever mattered to me. What is the actually a glass spigot? So glass in space, glass, like the liquid of a glass would not flow, right? Like, so on Earth, if you wait long enough, if you look at old style glass windows, eventually it's like actually liquid, incredibly slow moving, so that, but decades and decades on, you can see that the glass has moved downwards. But a glass, I guess, in space wouldn't have that because you don't have gravity, right? And so you'd just be...
Would just be a blob.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's what would happen with glass. Liquids can dissolve plastic, less likely to dissolve glass. Glass is fragile. Stuff in the glass is more expensive or important. Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I've always heard that with the whole thing, glass like moves over time. And then I also always hear like people saying, no, that's an urban legend. That actually isn't true.
No, I mean, it's certainly true that it happens with certain kinds of glass because I've been in houses where it looks like that. But maybe it's not all glass. Maybe they have particular kinds of glass where that doesn't happen now because they temper it somehow. So
like tempered glass.
Big boss. Tempered glass. When the plastic spigot invaded your village, it was the end of your world. For the plastic spigot, it was a Tuesday.
Yes.
All right. So we are going to examine the glass spigot. Examining the glass spigot? Okay. Where's my spigot at? Here we go.
And my spigot at yo.
You peer. You peer warily at the spigot. Within it, there appears to be a curled wire, possibly electrified. You decide to leave the spigot alone and continue down the corridor towards the exit. Okay. I guess no spigot for us. Unluckily, as you move along the corridor, your boot connects with a glass spigot that hitherto you had failed to notice since it was at ankle height. What the F? I was just looking at this. Oh, maybe they mean it's another glass spigot. Now the upper end of the spigot cracks and breaks off. From a cavity within it, a long wiry cord unfurls and begins to whip you mercilessly. It is part of the ship's defense network. What the frick?
What?
You may defend yourself only with buckler and electro javelin, so deduct 1 point from your skill temporarily during the combat which follows.
What the hell is happening?
I don't... We're literally
Why are the
fighting...
appliances attacking us?
So wait a minute. So this defense network is dependent on you breaking a glass spigot? Okay. Now, the bad news is it has a higher skill than we do because we have to fight it at skill 8. The good news is it's only got stamina 4, so we only have to hit it twice. This is why you don't land horizontally. Exactly. When there's a whip, whoops, there's a way. Okay. All right. So, all right, then, Effect Life, I would like you, please, to roll 2d6 plus, I'm going to roll 2d6 plus 9. I'm going to need you to roll 2d6 plus 8. My roll is 17, so we need a 9 to tie and a 10 to beat. Let's see. So we have got now so we rolled a 17. Oh, nice. Because we rolled... Wait, did I get that right? Because we rolled 8. Yeah, that's right. Tied. Nice. Okay. Second round, so no harm, no foul. This time I only rolled a 14. Let's see if we could take this attack whip down. This is very silly. Sadly, we were hit by it. 12. This is where we need those 6s of yours that we were getting. Okay. This time I rolled a 17. His music is like... Fighting attack whip.
Lounge.
On a space station that's broken down. We got hit again. Okay, this time I roll a 16. All right, we can do it. We need an 8 to tie, a 9 to beat. You can do it, Effect Life. Show me those 6s. That's a 15. That's not a 16. Okay, this time I roll a 17. I know. The dice are like, what? You don't want me to roll that high. Okay, it's starting to look a little dicey. Not dicey in a good way. Oh, God. I rolled an 18. You can do it. Come on. Roll high. Roll high. Yeah, tie. Okay, good. Let me roll low. 14. Perfect. This is our chance. Let's go. Take him out. 14, 14, 14. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Ah, we're tied at 14. God damn it. Oh, no. Now I rolled a 20. We're in trouble, y'all. Okay, we need a 15. No, that's... No. I rolled a 13. All you need to do is roll a 6. Roll a 6. Roll a 6. You were rolling 6s like nobody's business. Yay! Okay, we hit him once. Okay, actually, before you roll again, don't roll yet. I want to check something quickly. Don't roll yet.
did I decide to draw the inside of the cockpit?
I have a question, chat. If we test our luck successfully here, then we will actually destroy the whip in one shot. And since we're at 4 stamina, I'm a little nervous. I mean, I guess what we could do is maybe I'll save it. Because the thing is now we're down to 2. The thing is we'd have to hit it again. Whereas if we test luck successfully, we'll destroy it in one shot, and then we can use our provision tablets to kind of get ourselves back up to a normal stamina. But it means we have to test our luck. So what do you think, Chad? Should we test luck to try to see if we did more damage in this combat round? Because that would be a 10 or less that effect life would have to have. What do you think? I'm just worried about how low our stamina is, you know? And because we can't use all our weapons, we have to use it at some point. Yes, test luck. Wispy says yes. Imaginary says yes. When did we last save? A while ago, because I didn't give a save point. I was about to give one, but I haven't done one yet. So, is that a yes? Going once. Going twice. Yes, and test. Okay. All right, so then roll 2 dice. Now this time, Effect Life, you're not trying to roll high. You want a 10 or less on 2 6-sided dice. 10 or less. Do not roll high. Okay. Woo! All right, we tested our luck. Means our luck drops to 9, but it means we destroy it with 1 shot. And now we're at 4 stamina. Well done. Now, chat, can I also make the suggestion that we, right now, we have our provision cubes. And our provision cubes allow us to restore stamina. We can consume provision tablets at any time other than when engaged in combat. So right now we have 7 provision tablets. If we were to have 3 of them, we would go up to 16 stamina. So can we have, I know exactly, Big Boss. It's a skill issue, right? So do you want to have 3 provision tablets? That would bring us up to 16 stamina. Do we want to do that? Because we're down to 4 right now, which is obviously very low. So what do we think, chat? How are we feeling about 3 provision tablets now that we got out of combat? Wispy says yes. I say we munch. Yes, and then save. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, so we're going to drop our provision tablets to 4, but we go up now to 16 stamina. Okay. Right. All right, that's good. And then as far as the save point, yes, I will say, if you win, the spigot and part of the hoop to which it was attached dissolve, forming an exit on your right. So we'll save when you get to the next spot. You discover that the left-hand exit further along has become blocked by a newly formed hoop. You may now continue along the long passage, that's the passageway along which we were walking, or we can pass through the opening on our right that was created when we destroyed the attack whip. So do you want to pass through the... so it should be nice if I actually open up a poll. So $ vote space 1. So $ vote space 1 means we continue along the long passage. $ vote space 2 means we pass through the opening on the right that was just created when we defeated the attack whip. So apparently the attack whip was enormous. I don't fully understand how the scale of this station works, but... Hey, T-Bank.
Well, I mean, it's aliens, right? Who says that all aliens have to be roughly the same size, right?
That's true. As Mr. Spock tells Mr. Scott, when Mr. Scott's like, what intelligent being could be in something that small? And Spock is like, intelligence does not rely on bulk, Mr. Scott. And Scotty just sort of like shrugs at him. And then Spock like points at the camera and is like, what's up?
Not the size that matters.
Exactly. It's how you use what you have. Okay, last call. Going once. Going twice. Oh, yeah, everyone is on favor of this. I agree. This is what I would do also. We opened up a spot. Now we have to go through there. Okay. 242. Here's our new save point. All right, now we have saved. Right. You enter a triangular room with a sloping floor of green crystal. In the furthest corner, there appears to be a small exit. Mounted on two of the walls are pegs burdened by heavy spacesuits, helmets, and face masks. One of the suits is oozing a luminous orange substance. From it, the head of a man juts out. Slowly, he swivels his head towards you, coughs several times, and grins wearily. I suppose you've come in answer to our distress signal. Well, you're too late. Most of the crew, perhaps all of them, have already been devoured by orange blobs. I'm being slowly eaten by one now. It's quite painless. I just wish you'd come along earlier and saved us. Never mind, I strongly recommend that you leave the station now while you've still got a chance. He coughs again, this time spitting orange bile. But here's a tip for you. Don't use your lasers against them. There's a gas leak and you'll be blown sky high. If you're confronted by one, run away if you can. Otherwise, throw something at them. It'll take them a while to devour it, and if you're lucky, it may even kill them. He closes his eyes and gets on with the business of dying. Will you return to the tubular passage and continue along it, or will you leave via the small exit in the corner of the room? This is one of those encounters that I have.
Give him like a mercy kill or something.
Right?
Jesus.
Yeah. Like this is one of those deals where I have no idea to feel about what just happened. I'm like, all right. Good luck to you in your death. Like I don't. Anyway, will you return to the tubular passage and continue along it? Tubular, totally tubular. That's $vote space 1. Or will you leave via the small exit in the corner of the room? $vote space 2. I know, right? Effect Life? Like, it's so freaking, it's either really metal or it's like, he dies. It's space. Happens all the time. So $vote space 1, continue along the tubular passage, or 2, leave via the small exit. Oh, I forgot to increase our rating when we fought the auto drone. We are now up to a 6 rating. Let's go. 6 rating. Okay. Looks like some people are interested in going back to the tubular passage. Not wild about going out small room exits.
I regret starting this drawing.
I was going to say, it's a very involved drawing.
Take forever!
Yeah. It's a very involved drawing.
See you next Tuesday, I guess.
It's going to be awesome, though.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Also, I did say I wanted to draw more, like, mechanical stuff.
Right.
Because
Yes,
I
you did.
never do. It's, like, very much out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. No. Don't give her an out. Can't you leave this drawing as a sketch? Listen. She's fine, all right? This is a pro.
I'm only doing sketches for this stream. You don't want to know how much longer this would take if I would finish these. Would like do clean line art and coloring and shading. No. This is all just sketches. I don't think I've ever like done like anything more elaborate than this here.
Have you ever made one of our sketches into a longer thing, though? Into like later on?
No, but I have used them as like inspiration for other stuff.
I see.
Where it was like, hey, the concept for this was really cool. Let me reuse this concept, or like, just like elaborate on it.
All right, let's go with. I'm gonna go with the Starfield OST.
Having bad teeth.
Hold on a second.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do more Wing Commander.
Oh, we can. That's actually probably even better. I just thought we had listened to all of it. Let's go with like.
We only had one stream so far with this book, right?
That's true. So let's go with the Wing Commander 2 OST. All right. Let's see. Wing Commander 2 remastered. Thank you very much. All right. Let me
It's like weird. In case of soundtracks, does that like mean something? Because remastered comes from music originally, right? It's a, like re-record the master, right? Re-release it.
Well,
so, but like with video games, remastered means like they like polish up the the game and whatnot, and then re-release it. So when the soundtrack is remastered, does that mean it is a soundtrack from the remastered video game, or is it just a soundtrack that has been remastered?
It's. I think it is. I think it's a the soundtrack is remastered, but not the game is remastered. That's an interesting question, though. I just put up the playlist of the.
I think it's mostly pedantic, but.
No, it's really important. We have to get it right. Okay. Oh man. Your software developer making a sketch of a plan of a proof of concept of something and calling it a finished product is happening 98 times out of 100. The other two don't even reach that stage. Yeah, see? Exactly. That's what I would say. Okay.
Yeah, but like that's like the thing with how much is needed to continue with it, right? Like with concept sketches, like you don't need to like do perfect, beautiful illustrations that you can hang in a museum.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just a concept.
Yes.
Concept art. It's not supposed to. It doesn't have to be.
People really, I mean, like, you know, people love, though, seeing that behind-the-scenes stuff when, like, as rewards and things like that, when they're just like, oh, man, I get to see the actual concept art of blah, 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 you know?
Oh, yeah. Concept art is awesome. Like, so many art books with, like, video game concept art. And
Yep.
Not just video games in general. So, yeah.
There are 5... Exactly. Artbot Plus started as something, let's see if I can do it as a test, and it grew into the whole thing. Well, that was the key effect, Life, is remember, you know, because what happened was... you were like, oh, maybe I can do this thing as a test. I'm like, sure. I'm like, you know, like no reason to go any further than you need to. And just slowly you followed the breadcrumbs. And before you knew it, my secret plan had you designing the entire new ArvBot Plus for us. No, I'm kidding. None of that happened. I was just incredibly grateful. It actually is the other way around. Effect Life kept being like, hey, look at this cool new thing that I have. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And he was like, yeah, thanks. And then like, you know, a couple weeks later, you know, I was thinking this would be really good. And I'm like, yeah, it's totally right. I wasn't calling it a finished product at any point. Right. It was still in beta. This is still in beta. The whole thing. My whole stream is in beta. Arvin Eleron in beta. That's what it is. We're all, you know, in development basically. Okay. All right.
Ongoing projects.
That's exactly it. Okay. So we return to the tubular passage and continue along it. As we pass by, as we continue back to the tubular room, you pass by a storage room, which you can see from the hallway is filled with electronic gadgetry, gas cylinders, flame torches, and many other useful pieces of equipment. A noise makes you spin around, and to your horror, you discover a blob slithering through the hole behind you, the remains of a spacesuit still clinging to its tacky surface. You must vacate this room, but first you have just time to grab 2 of the following items, which you may find useful later on. All right, so here we go, chat. Speaking of ArvBot adjustments. No, it was super useful. So here we go, chat. So
here we go.
Electrostatic inducer. Hold on, let me get rid of this commercial. Goodbye, commercial. All right, electrostatic inducer. Flame torch.
Electrostatic inducer. So a battery?
Yes.
A taser?
Oxygen cylinder. Well, like a flame torch, I imagine, is just a flashlight. A Laminex sheet. No idea what the hell that is.
Flame torch would be like...
or a lighter.
Like a lighter, but stronger. What are they called? Like you use them for like cooking and stuff?
Like a lighter, basically. That's also called a lighter. It's got a long handle. We use it to light our grill. Okay, pictoscope, a 3D pictoscope. And a viscous negator. Viscous negator. Now, I'm going to activate...
Wait a second.
I'm going to activate 2 here. So I'm going to make the multi 2 here. So what that means is now, chat, you get to vote for 2 of these. You get to take 2. So you can go $ vote space 1, and then you get to vote again, and you get another one. So we can only take 2 of these items. So electrostatic inducer, a flame torch, an oxygen cylinder, a Laminex sheet, 3D pictoscope, a viscous negator. Out of those, you get to vote for 2.
So a viscous negator, like wasn't like the other guy like covered in like basically an ooze.
Right, and that's the thing that we're running from right now. Yeah, that's true. Maybe this negates the blob because it's viscous. But then I
Oh,
also
it's not
imagine
a
a
negate.
flame.
That's not something that negates viscousness. It's just something that negates something that happens to be viscous
Yeah, that's true.
itself.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Again, it's like we were talking about before with remastering. Is this viscous or does it negate viscous? One thing for sure, though, remember about the flame torch chat? The guy just said don't use flames in this area because it's going to blow the place up. I don't know if we can use it for later, maybe, but just be aware.
Ah, he said don't use lasers.
Exactly, T-Bank. Didn't
He
the
did
dying
not
guy
say
talk about setting stuff fire?
flames.
That's true. He did not say lasers, but I mean, like, a flame
That's a
torch.
different type of plasma.
But flame torch, though.
Yeah, but he didn't say so. So it's perfectly safe, right?
Perfectly safe. Oh my God.
What could possibly go wrong?
Seriously.
There's too many arms. Next character is not gonna have any arms. It's just
So
gonna
many
be a
arms.
snail, so they can very, very quickly draw them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so right now we have 4. Everyone is like on board with getting the viscous negator, it looks like. But we have a tie for the second one, which is the oxygen solar, the Laminex sheet, and 3D Pictoscope. And we can only take one of those. So we'll need to have one of those is going to have to be the it's going to have to be the choice. Watch at the end we get to the Lebaston who's like, "You fool, you don't have an electrostatic inducer." I'm like, "God damn it." Yeah, Imaginary says that, Tari, the next character should be a goose because who in their right mind would send a goose into space?
Honk.
Yeah. What happens if
Didn't
we're not in
Marvel do
space,
that?
though? We might not be in space.
Wait, Disney did that too.
Send a goose into space?
Oh wait, though that was the duck. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, we talking Darkwing Duck? I'm the terror that quacks
No,
in the
I
night.
was talking Scrooge McDuck. He went to
Oh,
space.
Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, but it's not Scrooge McGoose.
Yeah, no, like I'm stupid. Sorry.
You're not stupid.
I can't keep my avians apart.
Your memory is a little foul. It's all right. Yeah.
Quacks like a duck. That
You
looks
like
a
it.
duck.
Hey, what's up, Echo? Okay. All right. Going once. Going twice. All right. We got a viscous negator. Viscous negator.
I have the moon theme stuck in my head.
And a 3D Pictoscope. There we go. Clearly, that's what everybody needs. Send Untitled Goose. Yeah, that would be amazing. Oh my God.
Steal everything.
The greatest. Just like wander around like the astronauts running after them while they're like pulling out wires and everything.
Honk! Honk!
One of my favorite endings of all time to any game. Just
Oh,
absolute
it's such a good game in
pitch
general.
perfect. It is, but the ending is just like chef's
Yeah, I
kiss.
know.
So good. Okay.
The foreshadowing.
Because the thing is right, because you're like, oh, it just makes so much sense.
Right.
So good. Okay. So we've got it, and then we get out of the way. So good job, chat. We have gotten a viscous negator and a 3D Pictoscope. Okay. The passage tapers down until it is less than 4 feet in diameter, then ends abruptly at a circular door secured by a security lock. Luckily for you, lockpicking was one of the skills you acquired at the Space Academy. So in very little time, you open the door and enter an octagonal rubber-floored room. Within, you find a number of motorized trolleys and outlandish 3-wheeled scooters. Obviously, they're designed to carry the space station's heavy equipment from one place to another. Intrigued, you climb aboard a scooter and examine its controls. But you are distracted by a slobbering noise from behind. Sounds like this. Turning, you are astonished to see a very hungry-looking orange blob rolling towards you. Not clear why you would know that it was hungry-looking, but since blobs are difficult to kill, you decide to vacate the room at once using the high-powered scooter. You switch it on and throttle forward. Will you pass through the open double doors ahead of you or through the swinging doors on your right? $ vote space 1 is double doors in front of you. $ vote space 2 is swinging doors on your right.
If we eat the blob first, then it can't eat us, right?
That's interesting.
Maybe it tastes of Jello. What color was it? Orange?
It was
Maybe
orange.
it's orange flavored.
Maybe it's like, Italian ice. Maybe it's orange gelato. It's probably saying the same thing looking at us. Like
Wait.
maybe we are, Mm-hmm.
Is American ice cream not gelato?
Gelato is also served here as a separate thing, but most American ice cream is not gelato, no.
Huh. Okay, because we only have Italian style ice cream.
Yeah, nope.
Just gelato, I guess. Like, I'm assuming anyway, like I never looked it up, but we don't make a difference. It's ice cream.
Yep.
I guess there's soft serve, which we call soft ice.
Yep, we have soft serve.
It's different.
A fair bit. Yep, soft serve is also in the right combinations, also very good. Okay, we're gonna last call this, as it looks like Chad is like go through the swinging doors on the right. Okay. Going once, going twice. Gelato is ice cream that spent a semester abroad. What's up, Flying Enemy?
Barcelona.
That's a good one, Flying Enemy. I like that. Don't mean to think if it ain't got that swing. Oh, yeah. It's funny. Okay. Right.
Is that actually a thing? That
what
when folks in the US, when they do when they spend a little bit of time in Europe, that because that's a thing that they do in TV shows always. It's like, now they're pretentious about having been to Europe. It's like, no, they pronounce it as Barcelona.
It has, I don't know. Yeah, there's a kind of yes. I mean, there's a little bit of a tradition of it if you go abroad. But a lot of people, obviously, most Americans don't, actually. It would be better for them if they did, in fact. That reminds me about a note to myself about something. Never mind what it is. We are using
curious.
the Wing Commander.
You can tell me, I won't tell the other guys.
Yeah, exactly. All right, nobody listen. Everyone close your ears. Echo, we are using the Wing Commander 2 OST today.
Oh, I
that is our
forgot to turn it on.
soundtrack today. Yeah, I sent you a link.
Yeah, because I have 3 screens, okay? I can't pay attention to everything.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have, it's not like I have 3 monitors. Okay. Right. Okay, so we are going to do the second thing, which means we are going to go through the swinging doors on the right. With a squelch, you run the jellied creature over, then reverse the scooter through the swinging doors into a vast chamber. Within, tall trees grow on large pontoons, whole groves of oranges, lemons, peaches, and other fruits. You have entered the space station's hydroponic gardens where all the fresh food is produced. Luckily, the bruised blob has not followed you. You dismount and examine the gardens at leisure. Will you turn your nose towards a run of strawberries or try an unrecognizable, sweet-smelling fruit? I'm wondering if I should maybe put a save point here.
Now I'm wondering if the strawberries are actually strawberries, or if they're just a different fruit that they also refer to as strawberries.
I knew it was the strawberries. That's true, actually, yeah. Something which is just sort of like the generic red berry, which they call strawberry. So $ vote space 1 is you turn towards a run of strawberries. $ vote space 2 is we try an unrecognizable sweet-smelling fruit. To boldly eat where no Skylord has eaten before.
Yeah.
What's it going to be? Strawberries or unrecognizable sweet-smelling fruit? So we're voting for, are we turning towards, we found ourselves in this hydroponic garden on this ship, Echo. So do we go towards the strawberries or do we go towards this unrecognizable sweet-smelling fruit in this hydroponic garden?
I mean, unless it's like purposefully like an OSHA violation or something like that, right?
That's true,
then
yeah.
it should be safe to eat, right? Because it would, I don't know OSHA laws because we don't have OSHA. Obviously. We have our own rules here, but I'm assuming there's probably some kind of security, safety law, whatever.
I would think so. I wonder if
that you are not allowed to.
Yeah.
grow poisonous plants right next to the food stuff.
I would think
Or
so,
stuff.
although that we are talking about a place that has been taken over by orange blobs, so I don't know how much, OSHA's still in force here. Flying enemies. Like,
Space OSHA.
what the hell kind of Sky Lord are we if we shy away from strange fruit? I'm Lord of the Sky, but I don't recognize that fruit.
Oh,
Well-
Skylord himself is a strange fruit.
He is a strange fruit. Well, actually, you know what? Where my mind went? I immediately was thinking of Strange Brew, which is the classic Cream song. But then I thought of Strange Fruit, and that's awful because that song title is by Strange Fruit was a title by, I believe it is Ella Fitzgerald, which was a song written about lynchings in the South and was referred to
Jesus.
as Strange Fruit. Yeah, it's an incredible song though because of course Ella Fitzgerald is singing the song to bring awareness to this awful thing that was done in American history.
Yeah.
So it's something because it's done in her typical jazz style, but it's about that thing. If you ever get a chance to look up the history of Strange Fruit as a song, it's interesting. Obviously, it was very
Does not sound
controversial.
like a good time.
Yeah. So then all of a sudden I'm like, well, maybe not that fruit. That's a whole. To be fair,
Yeah,
it says
this week I only last week this weekend I just learned where the phrase "don't drink the Kool-Aid" comes from, which
yep.
I was not aware of.
Yep.
So that put it like a whole like that because there's this semi-famous German metal band called Accept. They wrote a song about that one. That's where I knew the phrase from. Now I know what the song is actually about. I just thought it was fantasy or something. No,
you were like,
no, it's,
yay, and then it got real dark. Yeah, no kidding, Flying Enemy. I know it. It's extraordinarily awful. Yeah. Okay. So, last call. Going once. Going twice. All right, chat's like, yo, strawberries. I can't blame you. I do like me some strawberries myself. You strip a whole row of its delicious contents and eat them greedily. Unfortunately, they had been sprayed with a pesticide, so you've just poisoned yourself. OSHA! We only lose 3 points of stamina, though. It could be worse. If you're still alive, we are, you scout around and observe several items lying about which may prove useful later on. Choose 2 from the following list and add them to your sheet. Oh, Billie Holiday, not Ella Fitzgerald. My fault. Billie Holiday. Yes. Recorded by Billie Holiday. Yep. Yeah, no, I forgot. Oh, yeah, Billie Holiday. My bad. But yeah, same concept though. Okay, so here are your options. Pot plant, and I don't think the pot plant means what you think it means, chat. So take it easy. Strawberries.
Is this a weed?
Shuffle.
Calling the police.
Killer. Weed killer. Speaking of weed killer. Broom. And plastic hose. All right. And again, chat, you can vote for up to 2 of these. Potted plant. I don't think it actually means pot plant. Strawberries, shovel, weed killer, a broom, or a plastic hose. So go ahead and vote for 2 of these items which you think would be of use. All right, Echo has voted for a pot plant and a weed killer, so that if he doesn't like what gets grown in the pot plant, he can kill it. Flying Enemy is voted.
Plant or plant shaped like a pot.
Well, that's exactly. There's so many of these questions today that where we're like, is it this or is it that?
A little bit of this.
Is
a
it
little bit of
peanut
this.
butter in my chocolate or your chocolate and my peanut butter? Yeah. So now we have 2 votes for potted plant, 2 votes for shovel, and 2 votes for plastic hose. In this book about safe spaceships, we could definitely use a hose. Yeah, I agree with you. The plastic hose does seem pretty likely to be useful. Everything else, I don't know. Watch, there's going to be an entire floor that you just have to sweep up. And because we don't have our broom, it's going to be all about that. No, I wouldn't want a broom either. And everyone's like, screw the strawberries, they're already poisoned. We got food poisoner running around, I understand. Shovel, yes. Broom, yes. Pot plant. It's pot plant, a plant that's been potted. I'm sure.
You're sure?
Yeah.
In your professional academic opinion.
It cannot be anything else.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go. Woo! Oh, man. All right, let's see. So we
How
have.
do you like the little sentry that I gave him in the cockpit?
Oh wait, because I had out of respect for your artistic process, I've been waiting. Is that a freaking like air freshener?
Yes. You can't just air out an spaceship, right?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
no,
just
that's
roll
true.
down the windows to get some fresh air in there.
I like that you got that at the local
Think.
space gas station.
Yes.
You know. I love that. Did you say
Space
sentry?
Esso.
Or you're just showing me?
Scented.
Okay, the scent. Yeah, okay.
Scented
good.
tree.
That's what. Yes. I thought you were saying a sentry, and I'm like, what?
A scent tree.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
This is a whole different thing.
Going up and down and down.
The sentries are bad for your health? Well, not if you're Skylord Jang Mistral. Okay, so everyone wants a shovel and everyone wants a
because we have
plastic
such
hose.
great health currently. Eating poisoned strawberries.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to avoid orange blobs. All right. So there we go. We've got
Are they the color orange? Are they of the house of orange? Or are they like orange flavored?
Mhm.
Is the fruit?
That's a good question.
Who knows?
After those strawberries, a scented
God,
tree
we have,
doesn't harm us anymore.
I'm very philosophical today.
Yeah, exactly. I want to fling an orange blob with a shovel. That's dangerous, Wispy. You could hit anything. Speaking of OSHA violations. All right, we have a shovel and a plastic hose. So far on this station, we found a viscous negator, a 3D pictoscope, a shovel, and a plastic hose. This is exactly what it's all about. We're Minecrafting this place. Okay. You proceed via several passages and air elevators until you reach a drone launch-away tube. Within it is a spherical ironclad drone suitable for carrying out minor repairs on the station. You enter the drone and lock its hatch. Then, placing the craft on manual control, you launch yourself into space, gradually maneuvering towards the star spray. Suddenly, you are distracted by a moan coming from behind the drone's console. Then, a bony-faced man appears, only half conscious. He coughs at you. I bet you're a blob, aren't you? You nasty great jelly bean. Well, I may be the last of the crew, but you can eat me too if you care to die. I've poisoned myself. He swings an old revolver in your direction. You must defend yourself. I don't entirely know why he's swinging a revolver. We are fighting. I'm excited to see what Tari thinks of this name. Ludo Cludwig. Aw, yeah.
Yeah.
Ludo Cludwig. We are battling Ludo Cludwig and his swinging revolver. 7 skill.
Yeah, Big Boss
4
knows
stamina.
what's going on, why he's swinging around that revolver.
Yeah, revolver.
Yeah.
This is a metaphor?
Pretty good.
I see what you're doing there. Okay, Effect Life, if we would please. This guy does not have much of a skill. So he's going to start with a 14. Now we're back to our regular 9 because we're not in the space station anymore. We're in that other ship. So now we need a 2d6 plus 9. We just need a 14 to tie, a 15 to beat. Knew the Ludo game becomes sentient one day. All right, so we hit him once. He's down to 2 stamina. Second time he rolls a 13. Why won't you die?
Why won't you die?
Why
Stop
don't
in
you?
the name of the law.
I was thinking of the other, why won't you die? And then the classic response, which is, you know what happens to a toad when it's hit by lightning? What? Same thing as everything else. And then Storm hits Toad.
What?
It was not a great moment of dialogue, but great film though.
Wait, what movie is that?
X-Men.
Oh,
It's the
wait,
X-Men.
what? Which
it's
one?
the X-Men reboot. The original. Toad battles Storm at one point. And like Storm kicks his ass because Storm.
I literally just watched all of these movies in past weeks.
Oh, you didn't see? There's that scene about like
don't
what happens
remember.
to. Yeah, well,
I don't
it was not
remember.
one of their better dialogue moments. I don't blame you. Okay, the one penned by David Hayter. Yeah, that's right. That's such a bizarre like trivia fact. It really is. Okay, we defeated the evil Ludo Cludwig, who is crazy. I feel bad for Ludo, but oh well. You grapple with the demented man, but he dies in your arms. Now, locking the drone to your own ship, you prepare to leave. First, however, you may go through the belongings of the deceased. You may choose any 2 items from the following list. How chat, does anyone get the distinct feeling that this whole station was a strip it for parts? Like, how many of these multiple, like, items could we get? Okay, so here's what we can get. A revolver, a peak cap, poison. That man is poison. Poison. Can of beer, but I repeat myself.
She's like poison.
An axe, or a box of cigars. All right, again, chat, you can vote for any 2 of these. So you can get any 2 of a revolver. Remember, we're off the ship now, so you don't have to worry about not having a gun. A revolver, a peak cap, poison, can of beer, an axe, or a box of cigars. I can see a lot of things. Oh, Flying Enemy, this book is strange. It gets weirder. That's why Tari has decided to lose herself in the most complex drawing of all time.
This is just because I'm not a smart person and I don't learn out of my mistakes. Well, I temporarily learn from my mistakes and then I forget after sometimes.
Yeah. You learn for long enough to get away from the issue. You triage your learning, is what it is. The name of the place gave it away, Loot Box Station. Yeah, exactly. It's Microtransaction Fortress.
Woof. No, it's called Team Fortress.
Oh. That's fair. No, but you don't find anything there. You're too busy setting
but
up
it has
turrets.
loot boxes.
Oh, that's
and
true.
Lots of microtransactions.
I guess it does have loot. Does it really have a lot of microtransactions? Is that true?
Yeah.
What do you
There's so many hats to buy.
Oh yeah, cosmetics. Okay, yeah. Yes. That I can.
I needed to have all my gear in green because green is my favorite color.
Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't have it anymore. So you know.
Yeah. So I had to buy green paint to dye all my cosmetics that I've previously bought.
Oh man. Okay. So far, chat is okay. I don't know what this says. So far, the 3 leading candidates are revolver, okay, axe, right, and a box of cigars. Everyone's like, so basically, you just want to be the apocalyptic guy who's like, all right, come and get him, and then like turn on the flamethrower or get your revolver out or whatever. You want to be the cigar chewing Marine from StarCraft.
No, I want to be Big Boss.
Or you want to be Big Boss. Yeah, well, sure. Want to be a lumberjack? I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleeps all night and he works all day.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
Cut down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the lavatory. Wednesdays I have coffee and have buttered scones for tea. Oh man. Best part is all of them following up with the chorus. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars. Oh man. I think I saw that the other day it was I think something like the 30th anniversary of Graham Chapman's passing. And I'm like, oh my God, he died that long ago? It was something ridiculous like that where I just couldn't believe that he had died that long ago, but yeah.
Who's Graham Chapman?
Graham Chapman is he's the King Arthur in Holy Grail. He's one of the Monty Python guys. Yeah.
So I'm assuming it was sickness or something, or an accident.
Graham
Chapman.
Chapman.
Be older than everybody else.
No, he died. I want to confirm before I say this. Graham. Let me see. 1989. God, I can't believe that. And yeah, he was only he was 48, and he passed away of it was cancer. He there was a small malignant tumor on one of his tonsils. They removed. Cancer had spread into his spinal column. Had chemotherapy, but the cancer was declared inoperable. And he died 1989 from complications, age 48. Unbelievable. So young. I just 48 years old. That's wild. And he was the lead in Life of Brian too.
Yeah.
Wow. The poison's obviously not lethal. We survived. Can of beer seems underwhelming. I agree. Suspenders and a bra. That's right. Okay, last call. Last call. I can't believe Chad is going to leave behind an axe so it can take a box of cigars with it. I just, you know, I
Well,
report,
what if
you
we
decide.
have to like pass some like invisible lasers or something, or if there's a cave that we get,
I'm waiting to
we
hear.
need to smoke
How did I was like, how does the box of cigars help in those scenarios?
because that's what they do in Metal Gear.
Okay. Right. Okay. I didn't say cardboard box.
No. That's like in Metal Gear Solid 3. After you fight Ocelot for the second time,
Right.
you fall down a ravine, and it's like pitch dark down there. And one of the ways you can light your way is by lighting your cigar. Then you get a little bit of light,
My
and you
God.
can just see a bit ahead. But you also lose life. But you know.
Yeah. Well. Right.
But
think
you
like-
can see a little bit.
Cigar. We have enough weaponry. Cigars could be a gift. Okay. Yeah. No peak cap for you, unfortunately, Echo. Sorry. All right. So there you go. The winner are tied. Revolver and box of cigars. Okay. Revolver and a box of cigars. Okay. Listen, I'm a man of the people. I do what I'm told. All right. Okay, we got those. And then you re-enter the Star Spray to find an enormous, very angry, very hungry-looking blob awaiting you. Since you know that your own weapons are not effective against blobs, you may make use of any items you possess to defend yourself. Oh my God. Using the table below, add up the points for any of the following items you have in your possession. Then remove those items from your adventure sheet as they are devoured by the blob. Now, what it says at the end of this is it says, if before using any items to attack the blob, you have less than 13 points in total. So we need to have at least over 13 points. Oh my God, how am I going to... Oh. Okay. This is absurd. All right, here we go. Well, actually, no, you know what? We don't have all those items, so now that I think of it, so I don't have to worry about that. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's got to be like 30 items on this list. Like a ton of stuff that we didn't even come close to getting. All right, so here we go. Viscous Negator. 3D Pictoscope. Shovel. Plastic hose. Revolver. Box of cigars. Now, let's see. The Viscous Negator is worth 1 point. I want to know the point value of the unknown fruit. It does not have that. You're going to laugh when you see some of these. Okay, so 3D Pictoscope is worth 1 point. I call shenanigans on that Viscous Negator, and I'll be worth more than that. Let's see. The shovel. Let me see. Why can I not find... All right, and then... Okay, so... Shovel is 2. Plastic hose is 2. Let's see. The revolver is 2. The box of cigars is 3. Good times, good times. All right, let's see. Okay, and let's see. We have to have 11, so we have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Well, all right, chat. So I have good news and bad news. So the good news is that we are going to, we have enough points to defeat this thing. The bad news is we have to use every single one of these items to do it. So we basically have to throw everything we got on the space station at this guy, at this blob. So since there's really no option because it's either that or death, we basically have to throw all of the items here on this thing. So
including the cigarettes?
Including the cigarettes.
Cigars?
Box of cigars. Without the box of cigars, we wouldn't have enough. All right, so we throw absolutely everything at the thing. Absolutely everything. After a mighty tussle, you defeat the blob and jettison it into space. Then you destroy the space station. Like, that entire thing. Like, really? So that entire freaking thing was a side quest. Like, we entered it, we find all this stuff, we immediately use all this stuff, and now we're back to what we were doing. I mean, what the frick? Oh my god. That's absurd. Okay. So now we have an opportunity, which is to either go towards light warp or towards time warp. Yeah, complain. Yeah, I know.
Not about the loot we make, but the journey.
But the journey. The people that we got the loot from along the way. Okay. Yeah, it's a weird book, Flying Enemy.
Not about the loot, but about the experience.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly, that's it. I have my shirt, whatever kills you grants you XP. Since we had some fights, aren't we entitled to some level ups? Exactly, and as Big Boss said, we entered horizontally, and you see what happened after that. It was just... All right, so now the question is, are we going to continue towards the Auroch and Light Warp? Light Warp happens in the 6th dimension, or do you want to travel in Time Warp, which is in the 4th dimension? Each one has advantages and disadvantages. I don't remember how we traveled to begin with, but $vote space 1 is we continue towards Auroch and Light Warp. $vote space 2, we continue towards it in Time Warp.
Let's do the time warp again.
So $vote space 1 is Light Warp. $vote space 2 is Time Warp. We got dramatic jazz in the Wing Commander remastered soundtrack. What's the difference? It doesn't really give you a difference, honestly, Echo. It literally says one has advantages and one has disadvantages. Like, they both have advantages and disadvantages, but it doesn't tell you what they are. So you just have them.
Cool.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app.
Hang on a second. Commercial, and there we go. Okay. Disadvantage then, please. All right, last call. We have 4 votes for Light Warp, 3 votes for Time Warp. Yeah, exactly. It's just 50-50, and that's the best that we get. Oh, I have a feeling I know. I have a feeling that there was a battle in the blob in our art future chat.
Just a boy and his blob.
Just a boy and his blob. Aren't you glad you battled this one and his blob? Time warp is for heavy travel, while light warp... I see what you did there. Yes, indeed. Let's go back and eat more of those pesticide strawberries. Okay, going once, going twice. All right. I was stuck in a blob along with Ramir. Yes, I remember that. Oh, geez. Our one sheet dungeon there, 1 page dungeon. Okay. Hope Ramir's doing well. I haven't seen him in a while. Okay, so we are going to continue in Light Warp. Okay. Unfortunately, before you reach Arak, your communicator crackles with the voice of your leader, King Vax. A slight detour, I'm afraid, he says. Another urgent matter is before us. Within your vicinity is a starfire Valug. You must destroy it before its sun homes. That is all. Starfire Valugs, you recall, are elusive fighting ships from the 57th dimension. That's a dimension you don't want to mess with, chat. Like 56th you can get away with, right? And 58th, 59th, those are fine, but 57th, man, those are the worst. They are enormous,
Right.
immensely powerful, almost invincible, a fearsome armada in one ship. Their purpose is to wage destructive war in the higher planes. They rarely enter the lower dimensions, but when they do, their sole purpose is to Sunhome. In order to drive their massive engines, refurbish draining force shields, and restock with plasma bolts, Valugs plunder enormous quantities of energy from stars, often sucking them dry and leaving barren husks or empty space behind. That sounds great. With a judder, you enter real space in the Calibroe solar system. All right. So, and I actually have a picture of this. Let's see if I can get one here. Is this side quest the book? It sure as hell feels like it. Well, I mean, we're a Skylord, right? If we were like a sky peasant or something, we probably wouldn't do all this stuff. Let's take a look and see if I have the images.
I know why we took the cigars and needed to throw them at the blob. Because cigars are very unhealthy.
Right.
That's why they killed the blob.
And you knew all along that that would be the case.
Yeah.
So that moment where you said, and I quote along with chat, a celebratory cigar, that was a head fake to the blob, which thought that we were going to actually have it, right? That was the yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, this is what we see. We enter real space in the Calibroe solar system, a subsystem of 15 planets inhabited by millions of life forms. Not far away resides the heart of the system, the ruby-red dwarf star Calibrow. But now the sun appears pale and faltering. The Valyug ship is already plundering its energy. Within a few moments, you locate the ship. And the ship that you are trying to destroy looks like this. There it is, chat. See it in all its glory. Within a few moments, you locate the ship, a long, thin vessel just to the right of the sun. Will you switch your craft into a computer-controlled attack run? Will you activate additional anti-detector shields, switch off thrusters and glide into attack range, or attempt a computer scan of your enemy? So this one is not a multi-choice one, so let me switch that off. So should we switch craft into a use the force, Luke? Actually, this is not using the not switch. Switch craft. That's that right there is what we're looking for. Also skip. Okay. So we could do that. We could activate additional anti-detector shields. We could switch off thrusters and glide into attack range. Or attempt a computer scan of our enemy. All right, chat. There you go. $vote space 1, we switch craft into a computer-controlled attack run. $vote space 2 means we activate additional anti-detector shields. $vote space 3 means we switch off our thrusters and glide into attack range. And $vote space 4 means we attempt a computer scan of our enemy. So get your votes in now and let us see what indeed is going to happen.
Taste our world. Celestial
Okay.
Seasonings Tea.
If you wait until your headlights burn out, you can lose up to 50 feet of visibility. Switch to Sylvania today. See better tonight.
All right, chat does not want to deal with this ship right now, so we're going to it wants to activate additional anti-detector shields, it looks like. Last call, last call. 4 is more of a Star Trek approach. Yep. Yeah, I could see that. All right, going once. Going twice. Send Kirk to the helm. Yes, Salt Marsh today, yes. Yes, in fact, double checks to make sure. Okay, good. Yes. Looks like we are in good shape. I just wanted to double confirm. But yes, we will have 4 out of the 5 players today, but we are playing today. Okay. Right. So... yeah, Saltmarsh has definitely had some changes. We've had a lot of real-life family stuff that has popped in, from people, so it's all legit, but we are playing tonight. I know that because I looked at the thing now at 2:30, so it's pretty safe by then. Okay. All right, we are going to activate those additional anti-detector shields. Right, here we go.
How much do you run into like scheduling issues with Saltmarsh, like based on time zone stuff? Because like, everybody there's in almost like about 2/3 of the group are from Europe.
The only one who's not from Europe is Fleos, who's Canadian.
Yeah, you.
And me, obviously. But but as far as players are and obviously Fleos can only play every once in a while anyway, because he teaches during the day, so it doesn't work for him. The time zone thing works out okay so long as we wrap by 7 p.m. Eastern. But at that point, it is late for people, so they usually take a nap or whatever, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean,
I remember when I had to play till 2 a.m. That was was brutal.
Yep. Yeah, and that was just to accommodate. Originally we would have been streaming now, our time that we do now.
Yeah, I know, but it was impossible to get everybody's schedules to align.
It was really hard.
As tabletop gaming does.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Echo, of course, ran into that himself with time zones. So yeah, time zones suck. I think we can all agree. Okay, so we are going to activate additional anti-detector shields. Unluckily, your attempts to conceal your craft fail. From the Starfire Valug, several smaller spike-like ships are launched. The first of these buzzes in to attack you. Oh man, we have to fight the Valug Starfighter. Okay, which has a rating of 5, which means it's not as good as us. So we get the first shot. And that means that it's got, hang on a second as I get past this commercial. It has got lasers of 4 and shields of 10. All right, Effect Life. So you were first to go. We're rolling a D6 here. Yeah, I think so. And I'm going to be also, I should say, by the way, chat, that very shortly, I don't know about this week, but probably next week, I'm going to be announcing the next sessions for Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks. That game is going to relaunch in November, and we're going to be dealing with that. And also, we're going to be, and there'll be a couple of changes in personnel there, but we'll talk about that. But that is relaunching in November. Eberron is not actually ever stopped, so we'll continue with that. Saltmarsh, as we said, is getting back on track. And Tari and I, assuming we can defeat the Beowulf curse, will be back next Tuesday with Beowulf. So we will be here like that.
Oh, come on, there is no curse. Like, it's like just been like one fucking like bad streak, basically, where it's just like like 3 sessions in a row or something.
That's right. Yeah, no, it's not like a very long.
We've
curse.
had worse.
Yeah. No, definitely.
We had worse.
Yeah, and relaunch only meaning it's continuing the adventure echo, but it is involving a personnel change, so that's all. And as you say, it's Grendel's fault. But we will be back with Horror at Harrogate. I'm actually very excited for that. And yes, just a straight D6. Yeah, that's right. There's been one thing after the other. The other thing, too, is that we will be launching soon, I hope in November, we will be launching Star Wars. Just putting in a... Just checking in on someone that. But yes, Star Wars is going to be launching with the Damon Runyon scientists is going to be launching as well. That's going to be a once-a-month thing.
Star Wars
so,
what?
We have a... so during ArvCon, John Helfers GM'd the original like Star Wars West End game, which is back from the 80s, tabletop game with 3 of the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation scientists. And they had such a blast that we said that we should keep doing it. So they're going to be doing a once-a-month thing. And scheduling, especially for the scientists, is super big deal. So, yeah. So I'm super excited about that.
Real scientists play science fiction games.
Who would have thought it?
I mean, different kind of science, but you know.
It also has one of my favorite recent characters, which is one of the scientists played a union organizing droid. So they're always talking about like the means of production, but like it's so funny. One of the parts of the session is where they basically convinces like a bunch of robots, like tries to override them, and is then like, don't be a cog in the machine as they're like running towards her. It was like really funny. So yeah, it was great. Okay, nice. So Starfighter, sorry, Effect Life, did you roll one to begin with? I apologize because you do get to roll first. I'm gonna roll all the way up here. Oh, you did. Okay, yes. So you did hit. All right. Okay, good. Yeah, we did. It's only once a month because it's like very hard. And also, of course, quite frankly, John is also not easy to nail down on a schedule either. But we've gotten there. Okay. They are going to shoot. They hit. All right. Next up, Effect Life. But yeah, I'm excited for Star Wars. Very nice. Very nice. They're down to 6.
You have $20. Go watch a Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars.
Oh, you never watched Arrested Development?
Oh, is that I did, but I don't remember that one.
It's like when
a little bit of
like
light
the,
treason.
the grandma has to like look after the adopted Korean kid, and she's like, she doesn't know what to do or doesn't care or whatever. So she just sends him some money and tells him to, like, go watch a Star Wars.
That's funny. No, I don't remember that one with the grandmother. So Effect Life doing some serious work here. Day night is going to probably be either Wednesday or Friday. And as soon as we get those people locked in on the email, I will include you on the email chain, Triffid, so that you'll be able to sort of jump in on scheduling. But really, like, it's the thing is that like John did a very good job is that it's just John is way overloaded and stretched too thin all the time, so just have to stay on him, basically be like, hello John, that's all.
That sounds like somebody else I know.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Hey, I sometimes keep myself on there in fairness to me. Let's see, 6 1, right, then I roll that. I missed again. Let's go. All right, go ahead, Effect Life. Oh no, a miss. Oh, I hit that time. There we go. That one was easy. Actually, Effect Life just dominated in those rolls. Well done. Absolutely no problem whatsoever from Effect Life and those dice rolls. All right. So we have defeated the Starfighter. So if you win, and we did, will you do the following? Should we scan the Starfighter debris for valuables?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's another one out there, in fairness. It's like there's more TIE fighters. It's like this guy's some kind of Star-Lord. Okay, do that. Dart towards the Valyug mothership at Mach 6. Mach 6. I like that it just throws out a bunch of like constant terms without describing, like, oh sure, Mach 6, light warp, time warp. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Operate a computer scan. Now I know
Can do the parsec.
Exactly.
Can do the Kessel Runnings. What was it? 6 parsecs?
it's 6, but yeah, less than was it 6 less than 6 parsecs?
I don't remember how.
Or
much
under
it
6
was.
parsecs.
Under 6
Operate a
parsecs.
computer scan. Now, chat, that was one that you were all talking about, maybe doing a computer scan last time. Or perform, oh my God, an eigenvector roll. I love that the soundtrack is playing taps while I'm thinking of that. Perform an eigenvector roll to attack another starfighter from the rear. You learned what Mach was as a kid from this very book. Really? I didn't know you. So you remember this very well then. All right, chat. So $vote space 1 means to scan the starfighter debris for valuables. $vote space 2 means dart towards the Valyug mothership at Mach 6. $vote space 3 means to operate a computer scan. And $vote space 4 means to perform an eigenvector roll. I know people were talking about the computer scan last time.
It was very smart of me to not make this guy muscular and to only give him 3 fingers on each hand.
Oh, that cuts things down a
Because,
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because like I have to draw 4 arms, which like adds on, but you know, it kind of
But without muscles, so that compensates.
helps. Yeah, it's much quicker. Because, you know, he's just set noodly arms with a bunch of spikes on them.
That's fair.
We'd be a noodly boy.
We'd be fools not to do an eigenvector roll. Okay, fair enough.
It's called an aileron roll.
Is it iron? Is it iron? Is the G silent?
No, this was like a Star Fox reference because like the barrel roll that they do in
I remember
Star
the barrel roll.
Fox is an aileron roll. Apparently, it's like
Oh, is
one
it
of
really?
the oldest game theories videos. Like back when he just started out
wow.
making those. Like one of those was like explaining, yeah, no, it's they got it wrong in the game.
What was the frog's name? Was it Slippy? Slappy?
Slippy Toad.
Slippy Toad?
Slippy Toad? Slappy Toad? Oh, no, I don't know.
Ribbit, 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 which is how everybody talks.
I'm not sure I actually ever played Star Fox.
Really? Oh, man. Yeah, I played that. Gets ready to date himself in college. Back in the day. All right, so we're going to perform an eigenvector roll. I hope you know what you're doing, chat. All right.
I mean, it's very possible that my introduction to the series was in fact Smash Bros. That I
Really?
had not heard of this series before.
Oh,
Very
interesting.
possible.
You took a look at it via Nintendo's emulators on my Switch. Star Fox was a fun game. It's very much a rail. It's like a rail shooter. It's a rail flying shooter, but still fun in that way. Luckily, you performed the roll just in time as a spike fighter was about to ram you. Now, wheeling around your new enemy's fuselage, you release a searing laser bolt against the Valyug spike fighter. That's what I always want in my spike fighters. If I have a fighter, I want spikes. Okay, rating is 4, so we are better than it. It has a rating of 4. It has lasers 3 and shields 4, so we are better than it. So, Effect Life, we can roll first. Again, we're trying to roll for a 4 or less. It was about the roll. It was all about the roll. Effect life rolls a 6. Are we up? We do, however, always go back up to 12 on this. So, okay, I rolled a 3. Of course I did. All right, we should still be able to get this without too much trouble. Go ahead, effect life. There you go. I mean, he's only got 2 shields because we're hitting it from behind. So, you know. Things.
Stuff. Wow. You don't say.
Okay, and then he rolled a 2. Oh, I rolled a 4. Okay, and effect life. Let's see if we can finish this guy off. Nope, not yet. I roll a 4, which is higher than my laser skill, so I do not hit this time.
Let's see what I roll.
2. Got it.
I roll a 1.
You rolled a 1. Well, you would have hit it. But we also hit and defeated the Valued Spike Fighter. Okay. Now the question is, if we win, and we did, will you launch a lightning ball or approach the Valued mothership? Or will we skip this commercial? I did that. Okay, so approach the Valued mothership. Will we perform a victory roll? What the hell? Why would we do perform a victory roll?
Isn't that a hairstyle?
Victory roll. Or scan
No, actually it is. Right? Isn't it called a victory roll? Like
that's a
that
hairstyle?
stereotypical 40s hairdo where you have like for women where like you basically have like one big rolled up curl on your head or 2 of them.
Oh. Yeah, I think I know the style to which you're referring. I've seen on shows or whatever, but I don't remember it being called the victory roll. That's interesting. Okay, chat. $vote space 1, we launch a lightning ball. $vote space 2 means we approach the mothership. $vote space 3 means perform a victory roll. $vote space 4, we scan the enemy ship electrically. Yeah.
Yeah, now I have to look it up.
I'm thinking maybe we want to find out how to actually attack the ship. Like, Scarlet! What I love...
Yeah,
what
that's what it's called.
It's called a victory roll. I did not know that. I did not know that. I think of a victory roll when I've had a good day and I get a cinnamon roll. That's a victory roll.
True.
Oh, no, cigars. Oh, my God, my only weakness. I can't wait to see the finished face of the blob. It's going to be great. Oh, man. Intel, people. Intel. They did encourage simpler hairstyles. Oh, is that why? So it existed because it was like a victory roll.
Image.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, that is quite a link. All right, let's see.
Yeah, well, that's just the internet these days.
That's a victory roll. I see. Okay.
Need to school you on American culture.
I did not know that it was called a victory roll. Was fortunately not around during World War II. So,
Yeah, you think I was?
yeah, but you're into like heraldry, so like you have knowledge of history.
What do you have to do with this?
Look, you have knowledge of history. You have given yourself hairstyles.
I do know this because of my history nerd.
You've given yourself
because
hairstyles
it does
in the
include
past.
like fashion and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Fashion.
You've considered fashion probably more than I have.
Yes,
You know.
I am a fascist.
You know. Whoops. I mean, that's not what I expected.
Oh, there's this brilliant, stupid little like webcomic thingy for like that somebody made for like My Little Pony, because one of the main characters is a fashion designer, and she has a little sister. So the little sister is like doing a thing in school where it's like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's like, I want to be a fascist like my sister.
Oh my God. Wah wah.
It's like those letters when kids can't spell properly and they
Yep.
write a letter to Santa and it's addressed to Satan. Dear
Yes,
Satan.
exactly. Yep. Thank you for your letter, child. Okay. So we are going to scan the ship electrically. All right. So we did some awesome, badass moves. And then using the scanoscope, You visually locate the Valiug mothership's single weak spot on the port retro vent. Oh, nice. At this moment, your spaceship is struck by a plasma pellet. Reduce your shields by 1 point permanently. Oh, wow. And deduct 2 points from your stamina. A fire is broken out in the aft laser turret. Will you activate the extinguishing spray, operate shadow electronic countermeasures, or perform a complex roll maneuver? All right, so... activate the extinguishing spray. That feels very FTL to me.
FTL?
Faster than light. Have you not played FTL, the game?
No.
Very fun game. I actually streamed it some time ago, but then the save got corrupted, and nothing gets me more upset than when I lose something like that. So that was frustrating. But yeah, it's sort of a ship exploration where you have to manage where you send crew. It like shows you a tactical view of your ship, and you have to like send crew to different places, and like you know, and then you like purchase things. It is a roguelike, which generally I don't like, but it's different because I forget the difference between these. One of them completely resets, and then one of them you get better every time. And
the latter one is a roguelite.
Okay, so I don't mind roguelites. It's the roguelike that I don't enjoy. So this one is more like a roguelite. Measures. Or do we perform... Oh, man. And get ready for the British spelling. Manoeurve. Why the hell would you spell it like that? I know that is how they spell it, except it's VRE. Instead of just maneuver.
Because it's French.
I mean, it was French.
No, this is like, I'm pretty sure that's like identically spelled to the French one. Like, I don't speak French, but...
No,
that looks very French to me.
Yeah, I remember that, Triffid, for sure. I forget it, it's French.
You speak French, don't you?
In theory, yes. Theory is a better way to put it. No, I know, it is French. It's just, ugh. Okay, so $ vote space 1, activate the extinguishing spray. $ vote space 2, operate shadow electronic countermeasures. Or $ vote space 3, perform a complex roll maneuver.
That sounded more Russian.
Maneuver. No, it's maneuver. It's a complex roll maneuver.
You are doing like your UV, vaguely European accent.
No, if you do it like this, it's it's more. It's outrageous accent with maneuver. It's supposed to be the over-the-top French accent.
You sound like a Texan trying to do a French accent.
Maneuver.
Maneuver.
Maneuver. Well, ma'am, I've got to have a maneuver here. FTL is an amazing OST by Ben Prunty. Oh, no, I wasn't. I was talking about. I wasn't talking about the sound. I was talking about the fact about putting out fires. Because, you know, Echo, one of the things you do, because it's asking us if we want to put out the fire on the ship. So one of the FTL things you do sometimes is parts of the ship catch on fire. You have to go send people to put the fire out. Or open the doors to let in so that the oxygen vanishes, which means the fire goes out. But obviously, if you do that when people are in there, well, you got a problem. So
that the people also go out.
Yes.
They're really difficult to light back on.
They exactly. Very hard to relight them. Maneuver. It's a maneuver. Yeah. No, I know you played a lot of it. All right, chat. $ vote space 1. Activate the extinguishing spray. We do have a fire on our ship. Just saying. $ vote space 2. Operate a shadow electronic countermeasures. Or $ vote space 3. Perform a complex roll maneuver. You're going to perform a complex roll maneuver while the ship is on fire?
What makes it complex? As opposed to a simple roll maneuver.
I imagine it's like just massive changes around things. Oh God, everyone's like, wait, countermeasures. It's funny. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, TNS? Standard Spacefire maneuver, stop, drop shields, and roll. Yeah, with any luck, the flow will extinguish the flames. I don't think complex roll maneuver when the ship is on fire is my middle name. Y'all are memeing when we're about to die in space. All right, last call.
It's called gallows humor.
Well, but this is when we're walking up to the gallows and putting the noose around our neck. We don't have to have this humor. We don't have to face death at the moment.
Aren't we always facing death?
Always face death.
Which is inevitable.
What else is there to do in space? There's nothing but us. Yeah, but you don't have to you don't have to.
We don't have
leap
any cigars to smoke.
that way.
Gregory.
Right. That's because we stopped the blob that way.
You can't stop the blob. Can't stop
the blob.
That's how those
Let's
lyrics
dance
go,
with
right?
orange blob one more time because we're knobs. Okay. Going once soon. We will be smoking, exactly. Going twice. All right. Shadow electric
Smoking.
countermeasures. Okay, 190. So suddenly a ship appears below. In every respect, it resembles your own craft. It is your shadow produced by the wondrous miracle of technology. The shadow veers away, hotly pursued by small Valuug starfighters and a stick of homing torpedoes. Unfortunately, however, the fire in your rear laser turret has caused a great deal of damage. Remove the aft laser from your spacecraft plan permanently. So we're down to 3, chat. I wonder why. Unluckily, you were spotted by a Valuug light fighter captain who commences an attack run. Now, the good news is we're tied with ratings, so we get to go first, and his laser thing sucks. So we still have better lasers than him. Imaginary, it's funny. Light fighter, okay. So we're talking about lasers 2, shields 8, and he has a rating of 6, which is equal to us. Okay. All right, so effect life, we get to attack first. So go ahead and attack D6 like what we were doing before. We're looking for now, we have to get a 3 or less. All right, good start. Okay, he needs a 2 or less, and he misses. So we can fire again.
He misses. Congrats on the coming out.
He misses. I see what you did there. Okay, effect life misses. My guy, however, hits this time. Okay, so go ahead and fire again, effect life. Pew, pew, pew. 5, we miss again. However, he also misses again. Pew, 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 pew. I have faith in effect life. There we go. Now we hit him. All right, he fires. He hits us this time. All right, we just have to hit him twice more. That's not it. He does not hit. He has lasers of 2, so he does not hit with a 3. You can do it, effect life. Up, nope. 5 is okay. He misses again. Pew pew pew. This is looking like real Star Wars where nobody ever hits each other. Okay, 3. We do hit that time. All right, he's got, and then we roll a 3, so I roll 3, and I miss because he's got a laser rating of 2. Okay, 1 more shot is all we need. That's not it. Oh, my guy hit though. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. Destroyed. Okay, we defeated it. Oh, and by the way, chat, can we take, while I'm thinking about it, can we take another provision tablet to go up to 15 stamina? Because we're at 11 out of 18. Can we do that?
No.
Is that possible? Can we? Can
No.
we? Can we do it?
That is French for no.
That's French for I think not.
No.
Can we do that, chat? Can I get a yes or no in chat? And then we're going to have one more battle here on our hands, and then we will wrap for the day after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a date with some chocolate cake, so.
Echo, do I take the rainbow kappa as how you're actually feeling? No, you can't eat. The question is whether we eat our provision tablet, because we've got 11 out of 18 stamina. We have 4 provision tablets, so I was going to ask if we could eat one of them so we can go back up to 15 stamina, that's all. Yeah, exactly. Just want to be a bit like Eggman, but no. Yes, eat a chocolate tablet. Okay. All right, we're going to eat 1 tablet, and that will bring us up to 15. Okay, here we go. Dodging the enemy fire, you attack the gigantic Valiug mothership's single weak spot. Luckily, you're so close to the ship that it has trouble bringing many of its lasers to bear upon you. All right, so here we go. The battle against the mothership. Starfire, Valiug. And that's a rating of 6. Which is, or actually rating of 5, and we would have gone first anyway because it was high. But it does have lasers 4 and has stamina of 8. So now we're going to fire away at it. So we get to fire first. We need a 3 or less. We got to do this. Got to make it happen. Got to make this happen right now. Got to make it happen and occur. Okay, effect life starts with a 5. That's not going to get it done, unfortunately. It rolls a 4. It hits us.
Yep. That was the wrong layer.
3. That hits. All right. It rolls a 1. Hits us. When we just ran out of the soundtrack. 5 is not going to hit. I'm going to need you to stop missing. Okay. All right. So it hits there. Okay. All right. Effect life. We got to get you below 5, my dude. We got to get you below 5. We just have to. 5. Okay, 3. There we go. Oh man, it'd be nice if I miss once in a while. All right, come on, you can do it. 3. There we go. All right. Kaboom. 4 death count. All right, we're going to redo that battle. We are going to redo that battle. Actually, when did I last save? Did I last save it when we were going to... Oh, well, I would have put in a save right before we battled the ship. Okay. So out of shields error. So I think what that means is that what we will do is I will put the save point right after we did the scan. So basically after we did the scan, so before, everything else that went wrong. And when we start next time, we will start with attacking, finishing up, hopefully destroying it. Because the reason I want to start there is because that's going to put us back up to 4 lasers. I feel like losing 4 lasers is going to suck. I will drop my stamina back down to 11, move the provision tablets back up to 4, and move our shields back up to 12. And then the next time we will actually have a chance to take this on again. Out of shields error, redo from start. Yeah, basically. So, okay, because the reason for that is that we have to vote on the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month, and we need to see from Tari about the amazing art we did today. But we did make good progress. We did get into and out of a space station that was deadly to us, mega side quest. We're trying to finish off this other mega side quest right here. And so this will be a good place for us to start when we get back to this in November. We actually played the last time September 10th, so it's been just about a month. It's just about right. Okay, and I have saved it for now. So, all right, Tari. So let's take a look at what we have here with our drawings for today.
So the warm up was just a a drawing of our boy Skylord.
Yep. The power of Skylord. Okay. Looking
Um,
awesome.
Thank you. Then when we were fighting the other starship, just thought, hey, what would the inside of the cockpit look like? Regrets were had immediately.
I mean, the great thing about that, though, is we did spend a lot of this actually in ship combat today. So it actually kind of fits. I like the idea, too, that we've got, like, in your mind, what do each of those control sticks do? Like, the one in front, I assume, is the regular, but what are the long handles?
The one in the middle is the steering wheel.
Right.
And the other ones are for a gun on each side of the ship.
Oh, I see. I love that.
Yes, and then he has like a little screen down there where he can like see like the blind spots that he can't see from the inside of the ship.
I see. So he's
but he also has his third eye. So while he's looking with his regular eyes,
he's playing Candy Crush with his third eye. Right?
Yes. Okay. No, his third eye keeps a look ahead, like out of the cockpit, while he can look at the screen down.
That's actually super useful.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
So 2 eyes looking down at the screen, third eye looking forward, I mean, like, geez. The ultimate multitasking. No wonder we're a Skylord.
Right.
I love it.
And of course, the center tree.
Yeah, well, that's the key. I mean, that makes a big difference for sure.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. I love how detailed it was when it came back to you. You're like, God damn it, why did I do all of these? Because remember, all crazy science fiction has to have tons of random buttons for no reason. I learned that from Star Trek.
Well, the reason is to have a ton of buttons.
No, that's true. No other reason than just buttons. You can
push them.
The real journey were the buttons that we pushed along the way. That's
yes.
So yes.
Then our dramatic encounter with the orange blob.
Oh no, cigars, my only weakness. That is like a classic example of the super inside joke thing where someone's looking at it, like, what the hell was this? And you're like, well, that was, we had to do that because reasons. And we battled it with our cigar box. That's great. I love that blob. I knew I was going to like the blob even when I saw the sketch of it. It was pretty great. So yeah, so now we are further along. I would say my guess is that we've got 2 more sessions if I'm right about this with this one. So I'm guessing November and December, probably by the end of the year we wrap it.
Have you already picked the next one?
No, have not. Because I always want to consult with you about that before we do so. There's another book. I have one more book after this, which will account for the entire order that I placed for like the next 8 or 10 game books. And I stand ready to order more when need be, but I will consult with you first because I don't know, if you'll want to stay with that or do a Lone Wolf or have another idea. So we'll, and then
I'm not sure yet. We will see. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yes, exactly. Tari, this was amazing as always. Where can the fine people find you here on these internets?
Here on these internets, you can find me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky and on Kara at TariToons. That's my name on everything. And as mentioned earlier in the stream, I do have an online shop where I sell some prints, mainly a very limited edition of a very special book that I made with all the art that I've done for the channel up to that point. Well, almost all of the art I have done on and for the channel up to that point. Which you can get on there, and also various like a selection of postcards. The store. Oh God. Yes. There's
yes, we have the store in both
the
places
link,
now.
Yes.
TariToons and TariBuy.
TariToons.gumroad.com.
Yep.
Ships worldwide in theory, unless you live somewhere where post doesn't go, which happens. Like for example, my uncle lives, so he can't get any mail. So yeah, do please check out the store and my other stuff. I post art to the social medias. Yeah, and I guess besides that, I'm back for next week.
Next week, Beowulf.
When we get to continue Beowulf.
Which we're going to do. This time we're going to do it.
I only have 2 ears. I'm not sure if I can get that one inflamed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
One inflamed.
Stay away from Dutch heraldry cons for a week, okay?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the first one was caused by, but it's like really weird. Like I get one inflammation in one ear, right? And then like 3 weeks later or what? I get one in the other ear, like the same thing. Why
Just-
doesn't that happen at the same time? It's
Yeah.
weird.
Like my son was under the weather yesterday, and we were like, there's a stage where, with kids, young children get sick a lot more than adults do because their immune system is not mature yet, and it hasn't picked up on all these different things. But he really has not been sick for months. He wasn't sick in England or anything else. And he was under the weather yesterday, and so he was like, "Is this okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you once in a while you're just going to get sick." Because he's like, "Where did it happen?" I'm like, "I don't know. It happened when the man came and made you sick, pointed at you and you were sick." No, I mean, there's no way to know sometimes. So,
Yeah.
sometimes it just happens, but I'm glad that you were
It's
on the mend.
weird.
Yeah.
Usually I get always sick after a convention or whatever, so I super expected to get sick after the London trip. But for some reason I didn't get sick, and I
Same.
found that kind of scary because it's such a massive city. It's germs everywhere.
Yeah. No, I thought, I mean, I don't get sick very often, but I had thought that I was like, if it's going to happen, traveling to Worldcon, being around everybody there, being around, but no, I wasn't. Oh man, I miss it. It
Getting
was such
some
a fun
kind of
trip.
turbo plague.
Exactly. No, I'm very pleased that the Divine Sphere was like, listen, we know that you need to, you folks need to come together for this one. So,
Yes.
But Tari, it was a great pleasure. We will see you back here next week for
likewise.
Beowulf. And chat, can we get some love for the best artist on Twitch? And most amazing cartoonist you will ever discover as well, and also Harold G. Person and role player, etc. And all that. And Tari, thank you. We will
Because
see
you
you
have
back
so
here
much
next week.
reference for people who do heraldry.
You be quiet. I have an extensive knowledge of the heraldry community.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I know the only one I need to. All right.
Well, I'm the only one, obviously. So
There you go.
most humble person around. Nobody is humbler than me.
No one is humbler. Yeah, that was a. Speaking of green room combos. All right, go have your chocolate cake.
Okay.
Thanks, Tari.
Yes,
I'll see you soon.
I will. Bye. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
All righty, and that is going to do it for this, but it is not going to do it for me streaming overall because we have, first of all, a Patreon Fuel Chat Chosen Game of the Month to decide. So let me just jump over to my other thing here. There we go. I really love those Gamebook illustration streams. Quite a bit. Let's see. Speaking of that, I got this hat when I was in England this last time, but it does collect cat hair. I gotta get my lint roller moving on that thing. I got a lint roller for it, which works beautifully, but I just forgot to use it today because it's but it collects cat hair like nobody's business. Anyway, so let's do the thing. Let us do these polls. I'm going to pull up the poll while I have it here, conveniently, like that. There we go. Okay, so you got to get a lid. All right, what game should Arv play this month? And we will do nominations today. We will do final vote next week, and then I will play it the week after that, which will be the final Tuesday. And that Tuesday is going to be a really good time. Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month, followed by more 2 weeks from today, followed by more Ghosts of Saltmarsh by the Dice Roll, and then that night is going to be our spooky reading with Claire Cooney, as I announced a couple of days ago, and friends. It's a really good group of authors, so I'm excited for that. More coming soon. Okay, so which game should I play this month, chat? Please get in your nominations. Again, one nomination per person, please. I reserve the right to veto if I don't want to play something or, want to avoid horror games or whatever the case may be. But please get in those nominations. Those nominations. No, you do not have a list of options. You get to nominate. You'll get a list of options once you get nominations. Oh, at least genres? No. Here's what I would say. I am pretty open to a lot of games. I don't like horror. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it. So don't give me scary games. I don't mind spooky. Spooky's okay. Scary, anything with jump scares, not at all. I hate games like that. I don't like point and click games usually. I have a very limited shelf life for point and click games, so not so much that. Obviously, I love RPGs. I love adventure games. I can do shooters sometimes. Platformers, maybe. Depends on the platformer. I had a lot of fun with Shovel Knight. I love the Metroid games. So basically no jump scare horror games are the big ones. Age of Wonders 4. Yes, I remember that Prince Justin wanted that one, which I've never played. So that's fine. Oh, no. There is some point and click that I've gotten along okay with. There was another one that was it not Stranger Things? It was the one that was like Stranger Things from a couple of months ago. That was okay. Baldur's Gate, Little Big Adventure 2. Okay. That's fine. Oh, also on platforms, obviously I can do PC. I can do Retron, which means that I can do like Sega Genesis, NES. I can do Super NES. I can do Game Boy Color, things like that. I can do Intellivision. I can do PlayStation 5. I have one of those. I don't, and I can do Nintendo Switch. I don't have an Xbox, so I can't do anything that's just Xbox. Okay, let's see. Yeah, exactly. Majesty, is that the one, Imaginary? Majesty? So the only thing, Age of Wonders 1. Okay, sounds good. So the only thing I would say is two things. First of all, Wispy, Baldur's Gate 3 I'm going to veto. I just don't feel like playing it. I don't, the whole body horror thing, I know a lot of people love that game. It's just, the problem is that Baldur's Gate part is like right up my alley. Everything else about it, I don't love Larian's writing. I don't love their humor. And the body horror stuff I find disgusting. Mind flayers are my least favorite D&D creature ever, and the whole game is like very centered on mind flayers. It's just not anything about me. It's nothing about the game. I know everyone loves it and all that, and it's fine that you were interested in nominating. It's just not my bag. Let's see. Now the only other thing I'll say is Darksteel. I'm okay with you nominating one, but you're aware that if there's Age of Wonders 4 and Age of Wonders 1, that might split the vote, right? So just be aware of that. Are you cool with, like, you know what I mean? Like, because I've never played either of them. I just know about them vaguely, and I'm sure they're both on GOG. So sure, you can change your nomination, of course, Wispy, of course. The only thing about the Celeste, so you tell me, Darksteel. I'm not trying to tell you not to nominate it. I'm not vetoing it. I'm just warning you that is a concern. I love Sunless Sea, but I've already played it multiple times on stream around Halloween. Nothing against Sunless Sea, but I've already done it and played it on stream, so it's not really a I've never tried it before type of thing. As far as Celeste is concerned, Effect Life, I don't mind that choice, but I would remind you that since we're only likely to play this for, like, I'm not going to be playing it long term, and there's nothing against Celeste. You know that I love Celeste, but I have so much going on with the retro stuff with Forgotten Realms, and then over on GOG right now I'm playing Songs of Conquest. So like it's going to be a long time. I already basically did a lot of Celeste. I know the modded campaign is different, but I think for like a one-off, which is what this would be, like a 3-hour session, not sure that's what you want. But I have not given up the thought of it. I'm telling you right now, when Celeste 2 comes out, I will 100% play that because I really liked Celeste a lot. But that's all. Yeah. No, it's different than that one. So, Detroit Become Human. Yeah, I already played it. I like Detroit Become Human, but I already played and won it, Wispy. So try again. Just Cause, totally fine to play that. Happy to give that as an option. So, Darksteel, are you switching up on Age of Wonders 1 or are you keeping it? Also, was it Imaginary that nominated Majesty, or was it who nominated Majesty? Yeah, Imaginary did. Imaginary, what is, can you remind me what Majesty is? I'm not familiar with that one. You're switching it up? Okay, what do you want to switch your nomination to, Darksteel? Okay, sorry, Effect Life. Oh, cool. Okay, that sounds good. Fantasy Kingdom Sim. No problem. Tongue in cheek. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's all good. Okay, so yeah, just the Just so Darksteel, I'm going to let Darksteel replace Age of Wonders 1. And then we got a good choice. I know about all of these. I have not played Little Big Adventure stuff since I got my PS3. I did play Little Big Adventure, the first one, years and years ago, but I didn't stream it. I think I might even have played that before I was streaming, because I think the first Little Big Adventure came out before 2012, right? I'm pretty sure before I was even streaming is when I played that. All right, what do we got, Darksteel? I need a nomination from you because I need to have this vote and start getting ready for D&D. Little Big Planet? Oh, no, you're right, actually. Little Big Adventure 2... Is Little Big Adventure 2, that's Relentless, isn't it? Isn't that Relentless? Isn't that in that same series? Yeah. Twinsen, yes. I played and won the first Little Big Adventure. I need to double check, Echo. Let me just double check and make sure I haven't played that already. Because I played the first one and won it, but that was before I was streaming. Let's do a quick search. Okay, no, I guess not. That's fine. Okay, Wispy. Sorry, Wispy. It wasn't trying to cause problems. Again, your choices are not bad choices. Detroit Become Human I liked, but just I already played it. And Baldur's Gate 3, that's the one I'm like, you know. Very good set pieces in Detroit Become Human. Some other things that kind of annoyed me about it, because Cage is not the most nuanced developer of all time. Like, it's battle between him and Kojima for who's the most, like, obvious metaphor giver. But Jagged Alliance. Okay, sure. Sure. That's fine. Okay. So here we go, chat. The top 3 vote getters here. Top 3 vote getters are going to advance into the final vote. So, $ vote space 1 for Age of Wonders 4, $ vote space 2 for Little Big Adventure 2, $ vote space 3 for Majesty, $ vote space 4 for Just Cause, $ vote space 5 for Jagged Alliance. Let's get these votes in as swiftly as possible, please. All right. The reason I can't do that is because enough people I have found, Imaginary, end up voting for someone else's if they like it better, that I haven't found that was necessary, to be honest with you. And I think it can sometimes confuse the vote a little bit. It was really useful for the game we just played, obviously, like that multi-vote thing, but that's why. I like strategy games. I like turn-based better than I like real-time, but I've played both of them. I like I played and won Warcraft 1. I played and won Warcraft 2. I played, and I don't think I won Warcraft 3. I played and won StarCraft 1. Then I didn't get into like the Brood Queen or the Queen Brood or whatever the hell it's called. So I didn't get into those later ones, but I played at least the first StarCraft. As far as like the 4X games, it depends. Like, I played a lot of the original Civ games. When it got to be 4X, I got a little more like, I didn't like them as much. Warlock I played, and that was okay. They're fine, So but in general, I do like I love the Heroes of Might and Magic style games. I've been enjoying Songs of Conquest quite a bit. So yeah. Brood War. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to last call this. We have 3 votes for Age of Wonders 4. We have 2 votes for Jagged Alliance. And we have a tie between Little Big Adventure 2 and Majesty. So we will need someone to break that tie. Otherwise, if we get one of those, either Little Big Adventure or Majesty gets one more vote, then it's easy. Then we just do Age of Wonders, Jagged Alliance, and one of those other two. If neither one does, then probably what that means is that we'll just take the top two, because I don't want to have 4 in the finalist list. I'd like to have a maximum of 3. Just do it for your birthday. When is your birthday again, Echo? It's soon, right? Couple weeks? If I'm not mistaken. Go watch a Brood War. Thursday, 1 week after Halloween. All right. You would cause a new tie with Jagged Alliance? Well, no. If you took out of... right, because you did Just Cause already. Well, I mean, you're welcome to get your vote in and make it for Jagged Alliance, and then maybe those are the 2 definitive choices. That's also fine. Usually it's about 50-50 as to whether we have 3 in the final list or 2. So it's all good either way. All right, going once. Going twice. All right. There it is. So we have 2 choices this time. Sorry, Echo, but you can nominate again next month, as you know. So Age of Wonders 4 and Jagged Alliance. Those are the 2 that we are going to do. So can we get, please, if one of my amazing and incredible and awesome mods and so on, we need to do a straw poll and then link it to next game. Oh, thanks, Echo. Echo is always Johnny in the spot with the straw poll. That's amazing. Just 2 in the poll, but it looks like Echo has got the poll up already, I think. Let me just confirm. Age of Wonders 4 and Jagged Alliance. Yep. Echo did the poll, so you can actually just connect it, Triffid, to that one. It's a catfish. Because he was able to put it together a poll. Thank you very much, Echo, for that. Age of Wonders 4 and Jagged Alliance. There we go. Age of Wonders 4 and Jagged Alliance. Those are 2 good choices, actually. There's a part of me that is secretly thinking it'd be fun to do Age of Wonders because I have played Jagged Alliance, though I remember very little about it, and I've never played Age of Wonders 4 at all. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how these work. I've heard many good things about them, and I know Prince Justin would be excited, but I also know the Jagged Alliance is a lot of fun, too. So, yes, Age of Wonders 4 and Jagged Alliance. Those are the 2. Age of Wonders 4, Jagged Alliance, and I am going to save that. I'm going to replace that, and then I'm going to close that and get rid of that. Okay. Nope, never played any Age of Wonders for some reason. I've played Age of Empires. I played a little bit of Age of Mythology. I played a little bit of the game Pharaoh plus something plus Pharaoh, but anyway. But I've never played any of the Age of Wonders games. I have not. I played Age of Empires 1 and 2, actually. So thank you, Triffid. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, get your votes in, folks. That'll be open until next week. And then we will close that down after our session next week. And then I will play whatever the winner is the week after that. So good choices. All right, chat. I'm going to rise up on out of here, though, because in about 50 minutes at 4:15, we will be playing with By the Dice Roll D&D with GOG Ghosts of Saltmarsh. I'm excited to be playing with them. Don't forget, tomorrow night on this channel will be the return of Community D&D, which has been really bringing it lately. A lot of fun sessions I've had a chance to lurk and watch while doing work, so that's been a good time. That poll is a straw poll, so if you click on that link in chat, and also it'll end up in Discord, sure, but if you click on that link, it'll bring you to another page, Wispy. So anyway, yes. So Wednesday night we've got Community D&D, and then Thursday night. Thank you so much, Triffid, for doing that as always. Then Thursday night we will have more Forgotten Realms Unlimited Adventures, and then I am heading up to Niagara Falls in upstate New York, where I'm going to be going to the World Fantasy Convention. I have a reading at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, and I have a panel at 10 something in the morning, I think, about short versus long fiction. That should be a good time. And I will also be on Saturday night streaming live for all of you lovely folks remotely from Niagara Falls the next Eberron session, as I am playing with the amazing and awesome Brandon O'Brien and Marie Bilodeau, who will be there in person, and then we will be remotely bringing in Tren and John and Jen, the other members of the Infinity and Beyond crew for Eberron. So that'll be a good time. And then next week, back to Beowulf and back to Songs of Conquest and all that good stuff as we get ourselves geared up for what is going to be a really fun end of October, followed by CanCon, followed by the month of November, which is going to be a good time with a lot of cool stuff coming up. So if you like what you saw and heard today, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube at !ArvTube. Thank you if you're watching me over on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe there. Discord, !ArvCord. Please join us in between streams there. Twitter, !ArvTweets. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. TikTok, !ArvTalk. All of that on our website, arvanelleron.com. And remember to check out Hearthglow, episode 9 of that. It drops tomorrow on the website, so that should be awesome. And also, don't forget about Gen GMs, my DM GM tip show that I do with Zach Clay. More short and long videos from that coming soon. Also, we have !Arvtreon is the Patreon, which really supports us here. Really would love to see that number get above 100. We have good stuff there, and I would love to be able to do another Arvanaut Idol competition and a lot of other things, but we have to get that number to a certain level, so we're going to be doing that as well. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. 8 drops tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry. 7 is already out. 8 drops tomorrow. Sorry. But a new episode is my point from the podcast point of view. So anyway, yes. So where was I? !Arvtreon. Subbing to the channel would be great, so please consider doing that. And of course, don't forget as well about when you're doing subbing and all that stuff to spread the word and let everybody know. You get those emotes and the sub badges to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. On the publishing front, !Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library is my Tales and Tomes, the Forbidden Library. And Greyshade. That is my Greyshade IP. Currently, Greyshade on sale for 99 cents as part of a BookBub promotion. Sales rank really shot up there yesterday, which was really cool to see. More ratings, more reviews. Apparently, I got another review from Wispy Song, for which I'm most grateful. Please do leave a review if you liked Greyshade. But either way, please join us for more things relating to the Grey Assassin trilogy if you want to read a dark fantasy series. That is over there at Greyshade. You can get Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, the 3 books of the Grey Assassin trilogy, from Athos Arts. You can also get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Tren Sparks there. And you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from Brandon O'Brien, aforementioned Brandon O'Brien, and Alligator Alley Entertainment. So you can get those as well, and that will be super awesome. If you did that, I would appreciate it very much. And last but certainly not least, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we will do so for others in a similar situation in the future. Thank you to my awesome mods today, Triffity Mats, and of course, TariToons, best in the business. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers, Triffid, Echo, Effect Life, Wispy Song, Big Boss, Darksteel Spork, Flying Enemy, Imaginary Exponent, and TNS Mephiston. And thank you so much to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Ash, to Betrader. Thank you to Black Fury, Darth Sisu. Thank you to Emily, who was lurking in the background, I suspect. Thank you to Mr. Jonas, and thank you to T-Bank. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you over on GOG Comms channel in about 45 minutes. 4:15 p.m. for the next session of Ghosts of Saltmarsh from By the Dice Roll, and I'll see you back here on the channel tomorrow night for more community D&D. Until then, everyone, as I always say, please be good to each other. Special thanks today to TariToons, my good friend and amazing cartoonist and artist, as we continue with the power of Skylord. Like that. But thank you for that. It was good times. And thank you, chat. I'll see you over on GOG in a bit. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other. Bye for now. Honk.